Come on in, mate. Let's start the proceedings.
Yo, what's up guys, VC MrXO here. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit different type of video for you guys. It's going to be a podcast for those of you that do not know what a podcast is. It's kind of just like a talk radio. You guys will only be able to hear us, no gameplay today, maybe some other time. But anyways, let's get into it. Today with me I have VC VoidWalker, and our two special guests is SLYCNTS and SLYCNT. You guys can hear how they spell their gamer tags in just a second. Anyways, I'm VC MrXO. My name is Sean. You guys will hear them refer to me as Sean throughout this whole entire podcast. Just FYI. Anyways, VoidWalker.
How you guys doing? My real name is Ian. People are going to be referring to me as that, mostly. If you hear Jimmy, that is also me in the past because of some stories that might be told later, might not be. Without further ado, let's start.
All right,
you guys want to give your introductions?
Yeah, we'll start with Justin. Justin, go ahead.
G'day guys, how you going? I'm Justin, SLYCNTS. It's SLYCNTS. And yeah, that's about it.
Daily Din.
How's it going? I'm doing SLYCNT, SLICNT, and nice to be here today.
Yep. Alright, so ironically they are both from Australia and they are brothers. Hence the weird gamer tags, both the weird gamer tags. And just a little word of notice, it is Jimmy's fault. See, I accidentally just called him Jimmy again.
God damn it.
But whenever I first met
2
this
minutes
guy,
in, dude.
Whenever I first met this guy, he let me call him Jimmy for the longest time, even after his gamertag changed, because his old gamertag was Jimmy Ting. Now he's VC VoidWalker, and his real name is Ian. I have been calling him Jimmy for months now. It's so bad.
It's a good strong
So
name.
it's gonna slip out a few times. I'm sorry, man. It's gonna slip out. So VC VoidWalker is Ian and Jimmy. He has split personalities now.
I have split personality disorder.
Alright.
Jimmy's alright, but you gotta watch out for Ian.
Alright.
When Ian has a few drinks.
Oh yeah, especially after that.
First topic today is Viral Clan. What is Viral Clan? Basically, Viral Clan started back in Halo 3 days. It started out as a group of friends just playing Xbox, and as every other clan starts out, and it kind of just progressed since then. We are kind of YouTube based. We play a bunch of games. We're pretty much just here for entertainment purposes. We work hard for monthly montages now. As you guys can tell, those are actually doing pretty decent. So if you guys like montages and like them pretty often, go ahead and check them out on our channel. But without anything else to say about Viral Clan in general, I think we're going to go ahead and skip to our first topic today, which is going to be Halos. Halo in general. Let's go ahead and start with old Halos. What do you like about the old Halos compared to the new?
Well, there's not much you can say about that. The main thing that I like about the old Halos compared to the new is the amount of time I had to play the old Halos. I had a lot more time because I was a lot younger when they were out.
Mm-hmm.
But the game's progressed so well in every new make that there's nothing really you could downpick on it that you liked previously more than the first, for me anyway.
Alright, what was you guys' favorite Halo, or the Halo you guys spent the most time on in general? I would say mine was probably Halo 2 or a Halo Reach. Halo Reach as a multiplayer, Halo 2 as in campaign. What about you guys?
100% Halo 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Halo 2 as well. I spent hours of that when I was a kid. It was like the only game we had. I spent hours just running around learning the maps with my brother.
Yeah,
a lot of good memories
played
growing
the
up on
shit
that
out of
game.
We eventually got bored of killing each other and just started playing tips.
Oh, like, I remember playing
Like
Halo
stabs.
2 so much
Melee.
that, I remember on the second level, whenever they actually shoot down your scarab and whatnot, you can get above the map where the blind skull is. Basically, right at the start, you jump on a light post, then you jump on top of that, you grenade jump out of the map, and then boom, you're out of the map for like the rest of the game. Alright, well,
Yeah,
rest
also-
of the
You want
level.
to know? So, I have like a weird Halo experience. The first time I ever played Halo was Combat Evolved. It wasn't when it first came out, obviously, because I'm only like 18. So like, by the time I played it, I was like, what, maybe 6 or 7 years old. And you get in a Warthog, and of course they didn't think of drowning back then, or for some reason, you know, obviously they knew what it was, but you know, they didn't put it into
put
the
it into the
game.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like I'd get in a
Oh,
Warthog
yeah, you
with my
could-
buddy,
oh,
and we'd
yeah.
drive out in the middle of the ocean, and we'd be like, we'd take a couple turns, lost, instantly lost. Game is ruined. We didn't save at all. We were like, ah, fuck, why did we do this to ourselves?
I remember
We
that.
broke it.
It was like the
I
fourth
think-
level silent cartographer. You just fucking take a you take a warthog
When
straight
you're
out
on
to
the
the sea,
beach,
and then you will
when you're on
never
the
find your
beach,
way.
dude, fucking. But I do have to say though, that was like, if I have to bring up like a moment in Halo history that like really, you know, I think that'd be a nice thing to talk about. Something that really like made you think, holy shit, like this is gonna be a ride. You know what I mean? Like those moments.
Well, in Halo 2, when
fucking-
Master Chief drops out of the spaceship with the nuke to go into the Covenant ship,
Oh,
I reckon that moment
yeah.
in the cutscene, a
that
jaw
is
drop, that
amazing.
got me so pumped for the game. I remember
Yeah.
that memory so fondly.
Oh yeah, the little trailer. It was the trailer that did that as well. The Halo 2 trailer. It showed him taking the nuke out of the ship, and that's what basically sparked it all for Halo 2. That one trailer.
Yeah. Done well.
The cinematics in that game are amazing. It really makes you feel like Katana and all that. It was a game that really made you feel like
You
were
what you
part of
were
it
yeah.
almost.
I gotta say, out of all the games I've ever played, I enjoy Halo as pretty much my favorite story as terms of video game.
Oh, yeah.
go.
The universe.
It has
Yeah,
such
the
a
universe
good.
can go.
The storyline. There's also a lot of branched off as well. Books, the movies.
Yeah, books,
the
comics,
cartoons, like Halo
movies, short animated
So much lore behind it.
videos. There's so much stuff. I've even recently found out that people are so into Halo that there's a Halo RP on Gary's mod. Like that's ridiculous. Like some people are
Wow.
just so dedicated. It's crazy.
Yeah. Loving it.
Yeah. Well, Halo.
If I have
Halo.
to-
Oh, sorry. Ian, you can go.
Nah, sorry. You can go.
In
Ooh.
New York, for bestsellers, New York, Halo was actually at the top for a while. A book adaptation. That's how popular it is.
That's awesome.
Nice, nice.
If,
Okay.
if I have to give up,
go ahead,
bring
go
up
ahead.
like a favorite fucking moment of Halo, it would probably be like, oh God, in fucking Halo 3 when you're coming in, fucking, you know the beginning. Obviously, you know the beginning when he's dropping in,
Mm.
and you know he's meeting up with the sergeant or whatever. And fucking, you just get this eerie feeling, and he sticks his pistol right up to fucking the Arbiter. What's his name? Arbiter? Yeah, the Arbiter's
Yeah.
fucking chin. I saw that and I was like, oh shit, I don't know what's gonna happen right now.
You know,
Things are getting
as
real.
far as Halo 3 goes, there was a big theory behind it because I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but there was a bunch of short animated clips and whatnot of Master Chief being shoved down a hole from a brute and like a grenade stuck to him, and a theory that he died. Like that was a big theory back in the day.
I never
And
heard
there's
that.
even
That
like if you
would've-
guys go and look it up now, there's still things on it, and it's it just shows Master Chief being held by a brute like by his back, pretty much. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I never knew
I would
that.
have freaked out if I saw
Yeah,
that.
it's,
Yeah, we didn't.
it's
We
it's
didn't.
something to look
We
up
didn't
on.
hear that out in the sticks.
It's something definitely to look up on. But whenever I first heard it, I was like, no way they're gonna
Fucking
kill off
noob.
Chief.
Yeah.
I feel like if they kill off Chief, they're killing the franchise.
Oh, 100%.
I
If
definitely
he's-
reckon they could
he's
never
like-
get rid of him.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
He's the first fucking. He's the first Spartan to get
Halo
interviewed.
5.
He's the last Spartan
heard-
alive. They can't kill him off. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. But I heard like Halo 5 that they almost killed off the series because like half the missions were
Team Osiris, yeah.
fucking yep. And then also Halo 3 ODST because you weren't even a Spartan. You were
Oh,
fucking
I will say ODST was pretty decent. It was a very, very big change, but it didn't hurt the series at all.
really-
If anything, it gained a few more. It gained more potential and more people. It branched out to.
Diversity.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. And it is one of the most played Halos as far as 360 wise. And its campaign, if you actually go through and play it, it's completely different, and it's really, really depressing, honestly. Because you just go through and you're kind of just looking out how
Whole
your
team
team dies, or and honestly, none of them die. Now that you think about it, but
Haven't
none of them
played
die.
it.
But it's honestly just super depressing because it makes it look like they all die, but they don't.
Yeah. Well, that's like Halo Reach. I was a very sad campaign that was right at the end.
Oh yeah.
Just the
Oh,
whole way
yeah,
through.
dude.
That
Holy
was
shit.
Heartbreaker City, that game.
Well, did anybody else like last super fucking long at the end though? Like, did anybody else try as hard as they could?
Oh, I
Crying
definitely
after
tried
doing
it.
Like, this is not the
Dragging
end,
it out.
no.
And I can make this. I can make this.
Back in the day, whenever Lasso was a thing, Legendary also goes on. That's what Lasso stands for, by the way. The last, or it would be complete the campaign with Lasso on, and the last part, you would basically get your weekly bonus for completing it, whatever it would be, your weekly bounty, whatever they actually called it. I remember doing it as a kid and lasting waiting for an hour, the hour mark. I would go to the left and there'd be like a weird parking lot, and I would have a bubble shield and I would hide underneath the truck and I would just pop a bubble shield every chance I could.
Just hold out.
Oh yeah. But as far as Halo goes, let's go to the next topic on Halo, which is what is your favorite Halo and why?
Well, I'm gonna have to have fucking Halo Wars 2. I mean Halo Wars 2, Halo 2, just because the fond memories I have playing with my brother when I was
I'm
a kid.
the same there,
growing
bro.
up.
Exactly the same. You can't replace that.
No.
And it was probably it was a good campaign. It was good multiplayer. Good maps. It was the way that like the beachfront. I think the map was. Wait, they had the ghost on there when you had your multiplayer as well. I think it was one of the first times Halo did that. That was so much fun.
Oh, I have a little something to say about that map really quick. If you...
It is beachfront, is it?
Whatever it was, it had the big spinning wheel and...
Zanzibar. Yeah, Zanzibar.
Yeah, Zanzibar. If you would change your time zone or the time and the date on your console on that original Xbox, and you would go to that map and you would look at the sign would change.
Oh shit.
Unreal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can
It's
look up
crazy,
things on
actually.
it. You can honestly look up things on it because sometimes it says like something about swimming or something, and one time it said beware of dog, and it showed the weird deranged dog and shit, and it's honestly interesting. I believe one that you definitely get something different on is Halloween. You post the date of Halloween, and then you go on that map, and it's completely different. Like, not the map, but you know the sign
No,
on there is like completely different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The developers also did something like that in Halo 3 with the big ring in the loading screen. If you go to the certain date, the developer put his I think it's his wife's birthday,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it
I
comes up in the
remember
ring, happy birthday.
That's
So
awesome.
interesting little thing to see. That would be very cool to have your name written up on Halo. Every single
Cutesies
copy ever
as
sold.
That'd be
I
crazy.
think-
Cutesies as fuck.
I think my favorite Halo probably be Halo 3 because that was like my first
Bandwagon.
dude, no, like that
Bandwagon.
was like my first yeah, sure, bandwagon, whatever. It was like when I
Jump on.
played Halo 1 and Halo 2, I was like way too young to understand like what the fuck was going on. Why is my guy moving around? It's because I'm pushing his sticks around. Well, Halo 3, I was like 10 or 11 years old, so I knew what was going on. So by then I was like, hey, this is pretty nuts. And then at the end of the game, when you're in your fucking that Warthog run, when everything's exploding around you, you know, when you're killing the Flood, when you destroy the fucking Scarabs, dude, that was the ultimate high right there. When you destroy the Scarabs, you like take a Banshee, or what are they called? A Hornet? Are they a Hornet back then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You take one of those and let's land on top of them and feel like an ultimate badass as you just murder everything, you know?
I'm he who rides the scarab.
Makes me want to play them
Oh,
again.
Oh yeah.
As far as
Great, man.
my favorite Halo, I gotta say, without a doubt, it's gotta be Halo Reach, just because I've spent so much time on it. The clan kind of originated from it, so that's another good memory from it. But as far as fuck you. But as far as gameplay wise, I feel like Halo Reach mastered the gameplay, and it's really sad that it was Bungie's last Halo, but they definitely made it out with a bang. The one negative thing I gotta say about Halo Reach is definitely the armor abilities. Sprint was good, jetpack was okay, but
Everything
armor
else
lock,
was shit.
armor lock was fucking
Yeah, why?
everybody's epitome. Like everybody fucking hated it. It was shit.
Because you would sit there and everybody would stand around you and wait for it to go away after like what, 5 seconds?
You know, honestly, you can fuck some people up with armor lock. You just go into armor lock, pop out really quick, punch somebody, go back into armor lock, pop out, punch them again, they're dead. You can really fuck with some people, but it honestly is like super annoying to definitely go up against, especially whenever you throw a nade or you stick them and then they go into armor lock. Half the time the stick would just like pop out, just like what the hell, it's on them already.
Yeah.
So, but as far as Halo Reach goes, I spent the most time on it. I believe I've gotten 5 Inheritor accounts on there. It was a really, really fun game to me. I mastered that game up and down. I believe I actually went on a 100+ game-winning streak on Team Snipers on there. Like, I had that game on lock, dude. I used to actually jump levels, like, overnight. I used to pass the credit, the daily credit boundary, or like whatever level cap for the day, which was like 200,000. I would be getting fucking gobs and gobs of goddamn RP on that game.
Bro,
It was
that's what I
crazy.
loved about Halo Reach too, is that, you know, like the customization, dude. When they did that, I was like, holy fuck. Like, you play the story and, you know, you're Master Chief or you're Noble 6 or you're the private from ODST, you know. But like, once you go into multiplayer, like, that shit's your story. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, because, you know, you make your own fucking Spartan. You're a badass walking tank.
And what I liked about it too is the generic armor was always the Master Chief armor on there, and everybody would always rock that. So every other helmet was basically a outcast, and so whenever you're wearing a different helmet other than the Master Chief, that's fucking awesome because nobody's like copying you. I used to wear Gungnir on that game so much. Gungnir on that game was like amazing. It looked awesome. I always remembered it as the one helmet that you can't even see out of, but it was still a really amazing type of game to just, I guess, express yourself as far as armor wise and whatnot. So next topic on Halo is what big changes have occurred since old Halos, or we can I guess just speak on Halo 5. What have they changed from other Halos? Because all the other Halos are pretty much similar. I mean,
Yeah.
they took out dual wield. That's obvious. They took out
Yeah,
dual wield. That's a big.
Well,
Right.
obviously the movement system too. They're sort of following Call of Duty's fuck up, but I think they do a good job with it.
Oh yeah.
They definitely
the,
do a better job with it than COD. You know, the whole
Yep.
movement system.
Mm-hmm.
The speed charge and the gravity jump, I really like them. They can be really effective when you play online as well.
Yeah.
I'll be completely honest with you. Whenever I first saw the ground pound and like the shoulder charge, I was like, oh hell no, I'm gonna hate this. It's gonna be shit. And
Yeah.
still to this day, I hate the shoulder charge. People thought shoulder charge pissed me off, but I do it every so often, especially if somebody's running away from me. That shit's just
Yeah.
like, dude, get back here and fight me. Like, quit running away type of shit. But I gotta say, I've definitely adapted to it. It's definitely a game changer compared to all the other Halos. Like right now, if I was to go play Halo Reach, I would probably end up pressing buttons that I'm trying to press
Yeah.
in Halo 5.
I would try ground pounding people with
Yeah.
Yeah.
retard.
Ground pounding boost,
Jump.
definitely.
Jump up and
Jumping
boost
and
backwards behind someone
Boost
for a nice
backwards
ninja.
behind them. Yeah.
Well,
Ninja. Yeah.
That's well, I can't say that's where the ninja originated from, but that's where the ninja kind of got big on, was Halo Reach. So you can't actually ninja on there. It's more like just moving, in general, and people kind
Ooh,
of
they
just
have
walk
that
over it
dodge
still.
ability. They have
Yeah.
that dodge ability too, which is
Oh,
or
what?
not a dodge. I don't think it was called dodge. Halo Reach. I don't think it was called dodge. It was called
You're thinking of thruster pack, and that's on Halo 4.
No. Halo Reach. They had the abilities like the sprint abilities. They had one that let
They had
you do
sprint
like
and jetpack.
two evade. That's
Oh,
what it
there
was,
you go.
evade.
There you go. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
so uncommon to play up against evade, especially online, unless if you're playing zombies. There's rarely an evade on the map. Besides, like, one of the MLG maps, I think it was Zealot or Zealot, however you pronounce it. There's one in
Yeah,
bottom
because
mid, but besides
that's-
that, it was never there.
Yeah, because Zealot is a Covenant. It's obviously a Covenant map,
Hmm.
and
So it
and
makes sense.
evade is a Covenant ability.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
the fucking
like the elites. Yeah, the elites always had it.
yeah, that's what they do in the fucking multiplayer.
Hmm. Oh, that's another thing to talk about. Elites, how they took them out.
Yeah, the different. You always
Yeah.
had the different coloured elites to know how good they were.
Mhm.
And as soon as you came to fucking Halo 5, it's gone. It's
Well,
all just stock
elites,
standard.
elites as in like multiplayer wise, like they completely took it out.
I actually liked that a lot when they had the elites, because you could be your own person. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You'd fight for either side.
Oh,
And either way,
I
does
remember
not
like
matter at all.
unlocking. I remember unlocking a bunch of the elite armor for Halo Reach. Like that was the shit.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
though I
same.
never like really played
That
as
shit
the
was
elite,
badass.
whenever I went and played Invasion, and I had a different elite armor set that another person didn't, I was like, fuck yes.
I'm balling.
I got up to
I
like
actually
the
didn't-
second highest elite armor, but I can't remember what they're called right now. I haven't played it in so long.
Okay, Justin and Dylan, what are you guys' thoughts on Halo 5 and the old Halos in general? Like, what's a brief thought that you have on it?
Well, like I said, the only main difference here is the evades, the ground pounds, and the boosts. I'm a big fan of the ground pounds. I love the ground pounds. Sometimes I'll purposely know I'll die if I get it, just to attempt a double kill ground pound. I haven't got one yet, but I want to get a double kill ground pound, just for aesthetics. I'm aesthetically pleasing kind of guy. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something so rewarding about it. You're lining up, and especially when they're shooting you too, and you're like, what are you doing? Just move. To get a double kill would be great for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of them. The thrusts I don't like so much, especially it's hard to get used to. It's very hard to get used to so much melee in a first-person shooter. Like you rarely used to melee in Halo unless the shield's down. You know, because
And that was
whenever you
kinda
ran
like
around a
encouraging
corner. Exactly, it's encouraging. It's exactly like you said. It's encouraging to do it. And a lot more people are using it as their tactic. Like you run around a corner, someone will boost you, and boom, headshot once, and you're gone. So it's making you adapt differently to the way that you play a first-person shooter. So yeah, I'm with you. It definitely does piss me off sometimes when the same person on the map, like me and you, have been in the same game, and the same person's just all he's doing is just hitting you. But in saying that, like it's not happening too much, and it is a part of the game, and he's just smart enough to utilize it, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, if you if you complain about it like on Facebook, like I've done, like once or twice, I'll admit I've done that once or twice. Like, why the fuck is there a ground pound and why is there a Spartan charge and shit? And then I'll get all these comments saying, well, you bought the game. It is part of the game. It's strategy.
Yeah,
and I'll be
strategy.
like, fuck.
It is
So that's the
strategy,
thing,
but
the first
it's so bad. It's just so bad though. It's like it's in there. It's in there, and it's like the Bastion of fucking Overwatch. I swear to God, it's the Bastion of Overwatch. Yeah, it's compared to that. It's pretty bad. Like, yeah, okay, meleeing is a good way to defeat your enemy, but the one thing that sparks me the most, like tilts me, is double melees, double pummels.
That's what I was going to say next.
Oh my lord.
That's what I was going to say next. If you're
like,
using a double
that
melee,
just
then
tilts me.
you shouldn't be playing a first-person shooter. Like, you're playing a gun game.
I'm worse at that.
But yeah, if you're playing a gun game, you
shouldn't
be going around going hit to purposely kill the person. Like I think what Halo's maybe tried to do with it is to try and make it different from COD, because COD and other first-person shooters where you do spawn, run out, die, like they do have the shielding system, so it's a lot more strategy. Like you've said before, Sean, that it's a numbers game. It's X amount. It's 5 shots in the head with a handgun, 3 with the assault rifle, 4 with an assault rifle, 3 with the beam beam rifle. So they're trying to make strategy, and I think by them putting the ground pounds and the boosts, that's what they were trying to do, is trying to make it more strategic, more thinking, like you can boost, now slide, then jump, then hover, you can parkour across the map now a lot faster. But I think people are just using it just for a straight up boost into you, then double punch, which is what I don't think they initially intended it to be for. I think they want it to be more strategy.
Yeah, one thing I noticed while playing Halo 5 is melee is actually a lot stronger than what it used to be. For example, you can shoot somebody maybe like as close as you can to halfway shields, like half shields. So that's like what, 2 seconds with a AR if you're directly hitting them. 2 seconds with an AR, and then you melee them. It's a kill. Like it's basically a shield and a half that you can take down with the melee. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And maybe I don't know, maybe they're putting that in to maybe help people get more overkills, but I'm not sure.
I don't know.
That's something different to the game, because it has been so same for so long. Just something trying to spice it up a little bit.
As far as Halo goes, also this is something new. Halo Championship Series for the Summer League, which is about to come up here sometime soon. They took out the AR. It's going to be on the map. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be on the map, but it's pistols only, and the movement system is going to be where it's only Spartan abilities in shots. It's kind of like it's more leaning towards Call of Duty, which I'm not a big fan of. That the fact they're doing it, but whatever works for their championship series. But now it's magnums and different types of radar, so it's completely different. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like majority of the Stronghold games that you see on Halo 5 are AR games. Like, majority of them, especially, what is the map called? It's not Eden, but it's the one with the pit. And there's camo and OS on there. You guys know the one I'm talking about.
With the rockets on the circle.
Cunt.
You got blue base and red nest.
Yeah,
with the pit as well.
Yeah,
catwalk
yeah.
and catwalk along in the middle.
Oh no,
yeah.
That's Eden. That's Eden. That's Eden.
That's Eden. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one I'm talking about, camo and OS, it's kind of looks like Eden in a way, but it's a lot smaller. There's the pit, which is in the exact middle of the map. The map is symmetric.
Yeah.
And on the outsides, there's the OS, and on the inside, behind the explosive barrels, is camo.
Yep.
So it's that one.
Yeah.
If you go and watch all the pros play on that map, people will be using ARs like 24/7 unless if it's long distance, and I feel like they want more of a show. And also, I feel like it takes a little bit more skill to hit, a 5-shot headshot type of stuff more than just spray an enemy with an AR and then melee them. Maybe that's their way of trying to cut down the melee system, maybe a little bit. And honestly, if that was the case, if they come out with why they're actually doing that specifically, I could probably read up on it. But if that's their way of actually trying to cut down some melees in general, I think that's a good thing that they're doing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trying to keep it. Definitely, it's a gun game, and it should be about the shooting more than just stabbing and spraying, like you said.
100%.
That'd be good if they were trying to do them.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You want a Twitch shooter? Go play Call of Duty, kid.
All right. Last topic on the topic of Halo is Halo 6. What is your theory for it as far as multiplayer, campaign, everything in general? What do you think? Maybe a third type of game type?
Oh, I heard they're collaborating with Lego. Unless you say it's going to be fucking getting real.
Oh god, no! Stop.
Everything is going to be awesome.
Oh,
boy,
Shut up! Shut up right now! Shut up right now! Everything is awesome.
It's in there, man. It's in there now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Do they even have a release date for it?
They don't have anything out, and typically a Halo's come out every other year, I think. Isn't that like that? It's like every other year?
I think it's every 2 years, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So really, nothing's out. It's really just Halo Wars 2, which, I don't know, if they come out with a ODST, I'll be fine with it, just as long as they do okay with it. But as far as Halo 6 go, there's no release date on it. There's no bloopers. You can only go off the ending of Halo 5, which, spoiler alert, on the Legendary campaign, you see Cortana has control of a ring. And then, have you guys beat the Halo Wars 2 campaign?
Yeah.
We haven't played the Halo Wars 2 campaign yet.
Oh.
Yeah, we have we?
Can I spoil it for you guys real quick?
Of course you can.
Yeah, more on my side anyway.
In his head, he's like,
of course you
can. No, but on Halo Wars 2 campaign, at the end of it, a ring is released from the arc that they are on, and the doctor, which is on the ring, gets teleported as well, and Cortana ends up finding that ring, and that's so Halo 5 and Halo Wars 2 kind of tie in together. So the Halo 5 and, well, not Halo 5, but Halo Wars 2 and Halo 6 are gonna tie in together. So you might end up seeing Sergeant Forge on Halo 6, possibly. There is a possibility. So
yeah, because the
connection between two.
We've started the Halo Wars 2 campaign, and the first two vids on it, like clips, are pretty fucking cool. Like, yeah, get your real game.
I'm just really hoping that the number 6 carries on with, like, just how good they've made every other game. They've made every other game so appealing and interesting to play. As long as they can do that again, which I'm sure they will, I'm excited for it and hope it comes out shortly. So I give you more information about it.
If I can put my opinion out there, I think, like, I don't think that they've ever had a bad Halo. If that's a really shitty opinion to say, but I mean, no, some people may not like
bad Halo, as in like
Halos.
what, as in like what aspect?
Like
of
the whole
campaign,
like,
or
I don't really care about like gameplay when I play Halo, except for Halo 5. I care more about multiplayer than story, but I thought all of the story was actually like really deep, really good. Like they actually touched like an emotional side of me, which most things can't. Like I'm not an emotional person. But like Halo 5 when fucking
But it's yours, it's I.
Get
when
it.
the
He used his
when
tissue
fucking-
box in the bedroom for something else that night.
when I'm playing some Halo, it's like I'll be like, oh my god, that actually happened. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
It does do that. It gets you in. It sucks you in. It's a good
Like
franchise. A good
when Team
universe.
Osiris and fucking when they meet up on those those pedestals that teleport you around and shit.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
Chief and what's his name go at it and they fight and what's his name? I don't want to
Locke.
keep calling him what's his name. Locke. When Locke's got that fucking Spartan lock system ready to put on Master Chief, and they're fighting, dude. My and like their team is just standing there not doing anything because they're like, all right, it's been between these two assholes. Let them fight. Fucking, I'm
Kissing
watching
contest.
that, dude, and my heart's just fucking going, dude. I'm like, oh my god, what's going to happen?
What's gonna happen?
They
Is
gave
this
Locke
Chief's
too
last
much
fight?
hype. They gave Locke too much hype. That's one thing I didn't like about Halo 5. Just too much hype towards Agent Locke, and that's the way of them introducing new characters to the franchise so they could possibly kill off Chief. Because I can understand why they would want to kill off Chief, is because it's something from Bungie and they're wanting to create something themselves, but I don't think that's the way to do it. But I feel like that's going to be something that's going to happen in Halo 6. There's going to be a major death. I don't know who it's going to be from, but I have a feeling either it's going to be Cortana's going to die. I feel like
Emil's gonna
Halsey
die.
might die. Emil already died.
You're at a funeral, man. How could you forget that?
Comfort your daughter.
I think that was the most badass death, though. Can we all just put that
Oh,
as
yeah.
the most
Oh, yeah.
badass death?
Mm.
They need
chuck that on
to
there.
they need to touch up on how June died, because I would like to if June's dead, actually, because I know that's how a bunch of people got onto Team Osiris is from June, but I feel like if June dies, they need to touch up on that a lot, because they kind of just left it be, and I feel like that's not okay, because he's the one Spartan that lived from Halo Reach.
Yeah. Do a lot on
That's
that.
definitely something that needs to be explored.
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome to see him return in Halo 6 as well. Like even just
Yeah.
showing up, that'd be pretty dope. But yeah, as far as Halo 6 go, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be hopefully not a letdown. That's just my
Yeah.
hopes.
Yeah, I'm
Hopefully
keen.
not a letdown.
That's my final word on it. I'm keen as fuck.
Hopefully they deliver as far as campaign goes, and they typically do good with multiplayer. Hopefully they don't go too crazy as far as maneuverability and everything. I feel like they're pushing the boundaries as is now, and the game has been out for a while and it's still populated, and it's doing pretty well. Otherwise, a bunch of events would not be hosted because people wouldn't like the game. Like obviously there's
Yeah,
a
they
bunch
would
of
still
championships
have
going
like
on, so
seasons
it's
going
okay.
and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But
One thing I will
it's
say
doing
that's
perfectly fine.
it is doing pretty good. One thing I will say that disappointed me a lot with Halo 5 from all the others is it's the first one to not do split screen co-op.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
do it.
Oh yeah.
Because
There
I grew up
we
playing
go.
split screen co-op with my
How
brother.
can I forget that?
And
This is my chance.
We even bought the
Yeah,
game
chance.
and set it up.
Fuck.
We go to play, we're sitting there, and then we discover after a bloody stupid long download, as always, that we couldn't play anyway. And God was at a heartbreaking moment.
Oh,
Really
fuck,
made me
we
yeah.
cried
You
that.
were
dislike
like-
this series for a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, we play all our games together. So,
we can.
what do we?
We can
That's
take
when the
turns. Fuck no.
Nah, man,
Level for level.
he had one thumbstick, I had the other. He had one side. He had one side of the controller, I had the other.
Oh,
We made it
my
work.
Oh lord. No.
That's awesome.
But as far as split screening goes, I do have a little bit of information for you guys. If you guys do not know yourselves, they at a press conference or whatever interview type of thing that they had with some of the people of 343 Industries. 343 Kiki Wolfkill, which is I think the lead designer, like the person in charge of Halo momentarily, she announced that with all forward Halo games that they will be split screen, and they announced why they did it, which was the 60 frames per second, and they realized like, hey, that's where they fucked up, because majority of the people, they're playing by themselves anyways. But what happens if one of their friends comes over and, you know, for example, both of them like Halo, but they don't have any of the older Halos that have, you know, split screen? You're losing out on people to play. You really are.
Right.
Even
I
if
mean,
it is
I
a
remember
small
playing-
percentage, it's still a big thing.
That's
I
exactly
know
right.
I know why they did it too, because like I know why you just said why they did it, but like I understand that, because I remember playing Halo Reach. Forge is like the only thing that me and my 3 stepbrothers would do. We do four player
Forge.
screen. So
Mhm.
yep.
Exactly.
And so like for one player on Forge, it's boring. Duh. Not expecting any more. But you know, it's like you got all these flowers and this good environment, you got these noises and stuff, and then as soon as you add a second player, all those details, all these good things, like, you know, God rays and all this stuff, they all just go away.
God rays.
God rays, man.
Oh, I love the God rays too. That's a real thing. Yeah, these mad rays, son. But yeah, that's honestly with one of the obviously the game is so good, and that's why we continue playing it. But that was one of the main reasons why we bought Halo, initially, because it was one of the only games. Like I didn't say when I introduced myself, but I'm 29. My brother's 7 years younger than me, so I've been gaming for years. So when we bought it, it was like just coming out really, and it was the only games back then that really did split screen co-op. Like there was
With a
no,
good campaign.
With a good campaign, like, you know, you get like B-class games, but there was no main companies making games that were split screen campaigns. So that's the pure reason why we bought Halo and loved it and stuck to it. And yeah, we were salty as when we found out that it wasn't.
Salty as fuck.
Yeah, I definitely adopted that.
But yeah,
yeah,
for
good.
all
Let's, like, bring up their
moving forward, Halo platforms, whatever you want to call them, Halo games, whatever. There will be split screen. Maybe not on certain ones, like maybe Halo Wars 2. I could see why they wouldn't make that a two-player split screen type of thing. I don't know if they have or haven't, because I haven't played the game.
You screen
but,
freaked. You screen peeked.
Screen freaked.
I love a good screen sheet. I'm very good at it.
It's kind of like nearly impossible to not screen peek. I swear, it's nearly impossible.
Oh, it is. It is. Your eyes are constantly drawn over
I used to set up a
there. I'm looking more at their
blanket.
screen than mine.
I used to set up like
That
a
is so
blanket in a
true.
certain way. You know, so
See,
my brother, when we would like 1v1, he wouldn't screen peek.
Oh, but I've always thought, like, it's not cheating. You can both see the screen. It's not like a cheat where only one person can see. How do people say it like that? You can both see each
have the
other's screen.
advantage.
How is it unfair? You just got a skill. You just got to get good at doing.
That's
My
it.
friends get angry when I do it, but I'm quite good at it.
All right. So, moving on to the next topic in general, we're going to move off of Halos now, and we're going to go to the next big thing, which obviously right now it is Call of Duty. I don't play too much Call of Duty myself. I used to all the time. I used to flip back and forth in between Halo and COD. But as of right now, I don't play too much. But the first topic on Call of Duty that we're going to start with is the BO2 being backwards compatible for Xbox One. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Ooh, awesome. Very, very cool. I reckon it's something they definitely could have made, like, make you pay for. For example, Skyrim. Skyrim's not backwards compatible. And let's face it, it's got a lot of people that would have been pissed off if they did make you pay for it. But at the same time, there would have been a lot of people who would have paid for it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
for the people who have it already at home on 360 copy, to be able to throw it in your Xbox One, that's fucking fantastic.
I actually like it a lot because
It's good. Yeah.
fucking I played a lot. Played a shit ton of Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare is probably the only newer games that I have put a lot of hours into, only because there wasn't any other Call of Duty that I wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't gonna buy like the MWR with
Not worth it.
the Infinite Warfare. Yeah, not worth it. Definitely not worth it.
Yeah.
But fucking Black Ops 2 came out, and I was like, holy shit, let's just try it. And I wreck. Like I've never wrecked at a game, at a Call of Duty game ever. Maybe not against Sean or anything, cause but whatever. But like fucking other people, I've gotten so many messages now, like you're a sweat, nobody fucking likes you, get a life. Blah, blah, blah.
Hate mail.
And I'll message
How
them
good's
back
hate mail?
like, dude, I suck. Like I suck at Infinite Warfare, but like as my as you start to play more, your brain starts to think of more ways of how the enemy can get to you, and then you just set up a defense for yourself, a defensive offense sort of. And with Black Ops 2, it's kind of like cutting off the legs of the booster packs, so there's a lot less ways to think about, but you still have every single way to think about, every door, every window. But you don't have to think about the sky anymore, which is great.
Someone running along the building on top of you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no more of that. Fuck that shit.
So, my personal thoughts on BO2 being backwards compatible, though, is I feel like they did it more or less because they needed to. There is such a drought in Call of Duty momentarily because Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered aren't doing as good as other CODs, and honestly, I feel like they just brought it because, number one, it was the most anticipated game that they wanted for the backwards compatibility, and people kept voting on it, and they finally brought it after months of people getting information that it's going to be on there and whatnot. And I'm actually surprised they didn't remaster it, because they could have remastered it and they could have made plenty of money off of it. And they still could remaster it if you think about it. They really could still remaster it. But
it would definitely pay.
I don't feel like they're going to, but they definitely can, and people will pay for it no matter what. But I feel like it's just something they definitely needed as far as content, because other games are not cutting it momentarily, and they haven't even released anything for the next COD yet. And it's rumored to be World War II. But I feel like if they go too far back, it's going to be uninteresting, my personal opinion. But anyways,
it's going to be Battlefield 1, basically.
Somebody else had an opinion on BO2. I cut somebody off.
No, that was me.
That gym fella.
Alright, so next topic is boots on the ground. Let's just go ahead and talk about this World War II theory.
Well, I always do enjoy a good boots in the ground. COD, that's always a lot of fun. You don't have to worry about a lot of things. But if they do the World War II, I think they're just going to be copying Battlefield 1 very hard, and most people are just going to connect that link and think that's what they're trying to do. So might lose a lot of people trying to buy it because they've already got Battlefield 1. Why would you buy the exact same game when you're pretty much going to be playing the exact same way with the exact same weapons?
Because it's Call of Duty, though. There's so much Call of Duty hype. Even if it's a bad game, people still play. Like, for example, Infinite Warfare. It's not doing as good as other games, but it still has a lot of people playing on it. Honestly, like, I would say there's probably on a typical day, there's a good 30,000 to maybe 70,000 people playing on it. Like, there's still a big audience that will play games no matter what.
Yeah, it'll definitely do a bit of a cold faltering, but for me as well, I feel like since they have pushed so forward, I think they need to keep going in that direction and keep going up with the jump packs and thinking of new ways of going it. For me personally, that's
the
that's the way I
topic
would.
of a Minecraft remastered. What do you guys think about that?
I'll pay anything for that, man.
I'll give my left nut for that.
I'll give Mojang my nut for that.
Well, this World War II.
I think,
go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I think, you know, it is a copy of Battlefield 1, but also like, obviously, who's gonna be making the next Call of Duty?
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer.
Yep.
You know, they're just gonna go for, oh, it's not, you know, it's not World War One, it's World War Two, it's completely different, but it's more or less gonna be the same. If you look at, you know, if you look at history, we use sort of somewhat the same weaponry, same idea, just maybe a little bit updated, something that won't fuck us over as much. I think it'll be fun to go back to sort of the Call of Duty 3 era, but because Call of Duty 3 was my all-time favorite, and still is my all-time favorite Call of Duty game because it was my first, and it was just probably one of the best games ever at the time. And you know, I don't know. I think it would be good, but
It'll be interesting
just
to see
waiting
how
for
they
them to
do it.
say, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just waiting for them to be like, well, we're gonna add boost packs
Oh God.
for an alternate reality World War II.
That's,
Time
like,
travel.
that's going to be the
time
interesting
travel.
thing. If it does come out, since they have been so creative, it will be interesting to see how they do approach it, because they're not going to want to copy Battlefield 1, so they are going to want to do something different. They are going to, well, we'd hope they would want to approach it differently, and they probably will approach it differently, and hopefully, obviously, not that I'm going to be putting jump packs on them, but it will be interesting to see how, if they do it, how they do approach it. Will they, like, on the campaign will be more on vehicles, or...
Well,
Yeah,
that's the thing. I feel like, what if Call of Duty took a because I'm gonna go light when I say this, but not a lot of people, including me, played the campaign of like the recent games because I didn't care enough. Like Call of Duty 3, I played the shit out of that campaign. MW3, you know, all the Modern Warfares, but like, what if they just go like a Titanfall 1 route, you know? Like they just do an all, you know what I mean? Like an all multiplayer only, and that's the story. Like it would suck, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I
Yeah,
would
it'll
think
be-
if they did it, because they'd do it right, I'm sure, instead of Titanfall.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Sledgehammer's
You
not
gotta
gonna
hope.
do that though.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of hype, like Sean was saying, that it's Call of Duty. No matter what, they're going to get people. So they initially know that as a company, and they've got the money behind them. So let's hope anything they make, it's going to be reasonably good.
I think the Black Ops 2 thing, Sean, definitely is a good idea. Well, a good point what you put earlier is that like they had to put Black Ops 2 as a backwards compat. Like they had to, or else, you know, who knows how many people would have jumped off the bandwagon of Call of Duty if fucking, you know, they made it so you had to buy it again. Like, you know how many people would be pissed about that?
Yeah.
A lot, for sure.
Okay, well,
So as far as this whole World War II theory, though, I feel like they're going to copy some aspects of this Battlefield 1 just because they know how successful it was compared to others, and they know how much Infinity Ward kind of fucked up with their chance this year. So they're going to do their best to copy the trend, which obviously the trend is Battlefield 1. So they're going to do things that Battlefield 1 kind of has going for them, but they're also going to try their best to make it diverse. They're going to do their best to switch it up a little bit so it's not copying, but obviously everybody knows deep down that, hey, they're just going with the trend, which is Battlefield. So this whole World War II, and this is actually just speaking if this is World War II, it hasn't even been confirmed yet, but artwork has been released and everything, but it's still not confirmed. But I'm just going to take a assumption that is going to be World War II. If not, Sledgehammer, I have faith in them. I liked Advanced Warfare. I know some people did, some people didn't. I feel like the movement speed on Advanced Warfare, it set the bar for what you can do for futuristic games, and then fucking Treyarch comes out over here with Titanfall shit, like running on walls and stuff. And I'm just like,
Mm.
all right, this was a
think-
little bit too much. I
yeah.
like the jump. I like the thrust packs where you could just, you had a select amount of times you could hit A before you had to be stuck on the ground for a second. You can dash to the side, and you can't dash like super far away, but you can dash to strafe out of people's bullets. Like there's some things on that game I definitely enjoyed compared to others. But let's go ahead and get into.
I think
the next
Advanced
topic.
Warfare had
Go ahead.
a great movement system. This is the last thing I promise. I think Advanced Warfare had a great movement system. I just thought some of its guns were fucky. Like some of them were just real, like shit. If they could just put like actual, good weapons. They recently added a lot of really good SMGs and assault rifles and all that stuff. But other than that, they were all just kind of like weird,
Yeah.
Honestly, I played that game a lot to the point where you would run around and you would just see people with the lowest level on there have some of the hardest guns in the game to get. Such as like a speakeasy, an ASM-1 speakeasy. ASM-1 and Balor are two overused weapons on there, but it's because everybody knows that's the best and that was what was used in competitive. But when people are running around with speakeasies, and I'm over here running around with a normal variant, like a non-variant ASM-1, and I chose to start doing that as well just to prove to people, hey, you don't have to use a variant to get, as much kills as I'm possibly getting. And what's funny is every time I pick up a speakeasy, I typically like wreck the lobby. I wreck it. I still to this day do not have a speakeasy, but I wreck whenever I pick something up. So I'm just like, I'm pretty sure this game has something that if you have a bad KD at the beginning of your like COD career to a certain extent, that they're going to reward you because they're going to assume that, hey, you're probably not having that good of a time if you're just getting killed 24/7, that they're just going to give you some really good fucking weapons. So that's my theory on that game, that they're rewarding bad players with good weapons so they can possibly just continue playing.
It's the Mario Kart theory.
Keep them interested.
Here you go, kitty.
Best.
It's fucking horrible.
It's
Dude.
fucking bananas.
Just giving you cannon fire.
Person
it's
in the
Mario
mask gets the fucking the blue turtle
It's
shell.
fucking gets the blue turtle shell, and person comes first gets fucking.
Alright.
Alright, on to the next.
Next topic
So
on the Call of Duty, we're going to, what is better as far as boots on the ground and futuristic? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Well, personally, I did enjoy the boots on the ground. Obviously, growing up with it and all that, it was good fun. But I'm starting to really like the twist of the jumping around and all that, and I think it is a fun way to play, and it's definitely changing up a lot. You can throw a lot more things in there, and it adds a lot more like tactical to the game, the way you play. And I find it very interesting. You can get some good kills and some mad ninjas and stuff like that. And no, I think I'm one of the people that really would prefer the futuristic CODs.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Next.
I'm with your brother on that. I do like the futuristic CODs, and we're lucky that there is other good games like Battlefield if you do want to play a more old school and realistic version of a first-person shooter.
Yeah, that is a good point.
And yeah, and I like the way that Halo goes, where you got the shield and it's a numbers game, and COD's all about the spawn and kills, fast paced, and it's actioned. So by putting this boost in there, it does give you, like Dylan said, more kill options and more ways to evade from you not being killed so often in COD if you're good at it, if you are a good ninja. So I definitely think they should continue going with that. So then you got your three main games, Halo, COD, and Battlefield, and they're all going in their own direction. You got aliens and shields, you got 2 kills, you're dead with fast-paced action, and then you got old school war. So I'm definitely for COD going the futuristic. What are you thinking, Mr. Void? What do you think, Ian?
I think, you know what, I'd have to definitely agree with you, because the new movement system is, quite honestly, a very how do I put this? It's sort of a genius, an ingenious and a genius idea all on its own. They've taken it wicked far, and honestly, if they take it any farther, if they physically can take it farther,
Yeah.
they're gonna die out.
Floating.
They should definitely not do that.
Burn
but
out.
yeah, but you know, like Advanced Warfare was like a balanced movement. You know, you had like a jump and one dodge while you're in the air, or something like that, or on the ground or whatever. And but I do enjoy, like I said earlier with Black Ops 2, now that my reflexes are much better because of Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 2 is like the easiest fucking thing. I'm using the starter gun with no attachments on it, and I'm fucking wrecking everybody.
Awesome.
And like, I don't know, I just find it more fun because my KD is like a 2-3 in fucking Black Ops 2. And then in Infinite Warfare, it's like a sad 1.7.
Yes.
All right. As far as my opinion on which is better, I'm kind of stuck in the middle. I do like the old CODs as far as the movement, and there was always a decent amount of weapons that they had on there. There was no variants. That's one thing I always enjoyed. No variants. Everybody had a fair shot.
Yeah.
And I can blame Advanced Warfare for bringing in variants, but Advanced Warfare is definitely in my top 2 favorite CODs, and that's kind of why I'm in the middle on it. There is some positives and negatives to the new movement features that they have going on. Obviously, the running on the walls and whatnot, some of that is a little bit too much. I feel like you're going to end up making people freak the hell out with what the hell they're gonna do next. Like what's next after this? Floating, flying, like
Just teleporting behind everyone randomly.
yeah, exactly. Teleport. Like fuck. Actually, now that I think about that, they kind of got that going already. That was glitch on Black Ops 3. That was glitch.
3.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good perk. Well,
But as far as my thoughts on it, I like Advanced Warfare's movement because it was limited. It was new, but it was limited to what you could do with it. As far as BO3 and Infinite Warfare, you know, you can run on walls. You can run on walls and continuously run on walls, and you might be playing Search and Destroy, and there might be somebody way up above you to the point where you wouldn't even think somebody would even possibly be able to get up there, but they're just balancing themselves up there, running wall to wall to wall to wall, and then boom, they drop down on you and you're dead. Like, that type of stuff is just so annoying to sit there and watch and also experience. So I feel like the more time you spend on these newer CODs, the easier things get. But as far as people not enjoying it, it's because we have all these people that spend and dedicate their time to Call of Duty that are getting really good at this game, and that's why they continuously play the game. Is because they're like gods on this game, and it's because they spend the most time on it at first.
And they look for that though.
Like,
they're not just
they're
sorry to
wrecking
cut you off.
people
They're not getting good on kills. They're looking
Mm-hmm.
for things. Oh, I can run up here, sneakily get up here, do fucking loops 4 times, and then 2 people appear and jump on them. And you could say it's tactics, but that's again, like, I think they're using what Call of Duty intended for it, you know, for a 1 round or an evade. Like, I don't think they intended for someone to run across the map along the highest point of the buildings, like you said, out of sight. Like, it's people using it differently, I think, than what they intended it for.
I just thought of something a second ago. Is if we're talking about differences between boots on the ground and boosters and all that stuff, do you guys like the idea of them having sort of a you know, like with Halo, you know, you're your own badass walking tank, but in Call of Duty now, it's, you know, you're either fucking, you know, you're somebody completely different.
Yeah.
You know, you're not fucking your own.
You've got your people.
You know.
Yeah,
Like an
you got your own
Overwatch
character.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. It. I like having my own character. Your own Spartan, I reckon. I like that personal twist on it.
Putting a little bit of individuality into the game is nice, I think. Can I say that word?
Individuality. There you go, individuality.
That's the word I was
The
going
red
for.
leather, yellow
Thank
leather
you.
didn't work, Dills.
It didn't. All my training's definitely not paid off.
Alright. So let's go to the next topic on here really quick. Sledgehammer, are they going to follow what the community wants or their self wants? As far as, do you think they're going to do variants? Do you think they're going to do supply drops? Do you think they're going to actually do boots on the ground? Do you think they're going to do futuristic? Like, all the questions are up in the air. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
Or do you think they're actually going to give us a full game for the $60 price?
No,
Well, they
that's
did
not
last
gonna
time.
happen.
They did last time. No, they did last time.
I'm
No,
not sure.
full
This
game.
is
What do you mean?
I'm
Full
really not
games are
sure.
shit, then.
I reckon they're definitely going to do the packs again because it's a great way for them to make money when you can just buy the packs to open them. So I definitely reckon that will stay. In some sense, it is fun to do. It's a nice little spin-off where Halo does the same thing with their packs. It's like when you used to collect Pokemon cards when you were a kid, the excitement of opening up the little packet itself is more fun than actually what's inside it. So I definitely think they'll keep that aspect of it.
I think Halo does a good job about it because it's not, it's you can get some cool armors from it, but you can't get
Yeah.
like, oh, this weapon does 20 plus damage when it's directed towards the head, and you get an instant health boost for like 50 seconds. It's nothing like too shit like
Over
that.
the
You know
top.
what I mean?
Yeah, like the
Like
crossbows
Halo,
in
you
Black Ops 3.
yeah.
They just went to town if you
Yeah.
got them, man. As soon as you got them, you just kill it. An unfair advantage. Yeah, I think you're right there that they balanced it very well in Halo.
So, do you think Sledgehammer is going to? Let's just get answers over here. Do you think they're going to follow the community or self once? What's you guys' answer on that?
I reckon they're probably gonna. Well, we all hope they're gonna follow the community, and it is a strong community. And if enough people get behind it, they surely will follow it. Like the backwards capability of Black Ops 2. Yeah, I've gone and done it now. Yeah, yeah, it's hard. It is a hard question. You never know. Like, no one anticipated these jump packs before this COD was being made. It's hard to see where they're going to go and how they're going to continue. It's going to be interesting to see what they do though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
All right, next person.
I hate to say this, but I'm pretty sure they're just gonna follow money, because money rules the world. I'm not really disappointed anymore because that's just what they do. Halo, what are you gonna do about it? I mean, no, it's Call of Duty, not Halo. It's Call of Duty. What are you gonna do about it? But I don't know. I guess we can all just pray that they kind of give us some leeway. You remember how hated the trailer for Infinite Warfare was? Well, I don't really want that to happen anymore because I love Call of Duty. I do, but people fucking ruin it sometimes. So.
Okay.
Um.
And you.
Well, I reckon that since with the Infinite Warfare that they didn't go as much as they wanted, I think they might lean towards what the public wants a little bit more than previous games. This is just a want more than a theory, but because it failed not so hard, they still had thousands of players. But hopefully to reconnect to the people as big as some of their previous games did, that they should follow some of the suggestions that they get, I think. And hopefully we'll see that happen.
My personal thought on it is I feel like they're actually going to follow their own wants. Like, yeah, they might do some things that the community wants, such as boots on the ground, but I feel like they're going to still do variations somehow. They're going to find some ways to put in supply drops. I know a lot of people don't like supply drops. The majority of the people do not like supply drops compared to liking them. I feel like Modern Warfare Remastered did a good job as far as their supply drops, because now you can get DLC weapons by actual parts in the game that you get for opening supply drops, playing in general. You get spare parts, and it's not just a chance. If you play enough, you're eventually going to get what you want, pretty much. So they did a good thing like that. So if they bring back supply drops, I feel like they should do it like that. But I feel like they're going to follow their own wants more than the communities. So next topic, really quick, on the terms of Call of Duty, is what's the next 3 CODs in your personal opinion? Do you think they're going to be boots on the ground? Or actually, we'll just go with, do you think it's going to be a new title, or do you think it's going to be something they're going to follow up on? We don't need to go into, like, complete descriptive detail on, like, why we think, but just, like, typical questions on it. Or answers. Alright, somebody
Go on, Ian.
start.
You lead this one, buddy.
Oh, me? Okay.
No, Ian.
Oh, Ian. Alright.
Yeah.
It's always Ian.
Yeah, fuck you.
Teacher's pet.
It's fucking Jimmy.
Yeah, fuck Jimmy.
Jimmy. Go on, Jimmy.
Fuck you guys. What's the question? Okay? So fucking.
Next 3 CODs.
What do I
Sense
think
B.
the next 3 CODs?
Mhm.
Honestly, I'm hoping that they kind of do. If it's gonna be 3, which is kind of an odd number, I'm hoping that the first one and the last one are boots on the ground, and kind of either World War II would be cool, but if they could kind of keep on their own lore of Call of Duty, you know, if we could kind of meet up with some of the old characters from like MW3 and MW2 and all that stuff, I think that'd be cool for some of them. And then the middle one, I don't give a shit. They could be fucking, oh, we're just gonna be fucking
Go to
aliens shooting at
Mexico.
each other. We're going to Mexico. I don't care what the next space one is. I really don't. If it's gonna be space, I don't give a shit.
Okay. Somebody else wanna give your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm hoping they follow the old law. I'm a big fan of zombies, so as long as there's a good zombies in there, I'm gonna be happy. That's just my main concern. I got onto COD through
That'd be
zombies.
cool.
That was the pure reason why I got onto it. I was a Killzone guy back in the day. So yeah, Killzone was my first person shooter, and Halo was my other one. I rarely played COD, so as long as they incorporate good zombies in there, I'm gonna be happy.
Mm-hmm.
You imagine if they did like a zombies, like dedicated zombies campaign though, boots on the ground,
That would just
no
There's-
that'd be
boosters.
amazing.
I think
There's theory
that'd
on
be
it.
pretty cool.
I'd definitely buy that. I'd get all up in that.
Next person's thoughts.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with. Hopefully, they do go for a bit more futuristic, but you can only go so much more into the future before it's all just laser guns and it turns into more of a Halo.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't mind, as Justin said, if they bring back a simpler zombies instead of having such crazy ones. Just a nice, simple like Kinder Toten, something like that.
Oh yeah.
And that'd just be beautiful. But besides that,
Now
as
they've
long as
got
they
all
just
these.
keep
Yeah.
stupid Easter eggs that
that'd
just
be
take your bloody way too long to even just play the game, or they got like the mile growls that pop up, or the meatballs. There's always something you can't just verse zombies for wave after wave. So I really hope that they bring something like that back in one of the future CODs. But if not, if they just keep going the same way they're going, I'll be happy. I'll still play them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. My thoughts on them is the next 3 CODs. I feel like the next one is probably going to be the World War II. Not knowing what they're going to do as far as a third game type, because typically there's always a third game type. I feel like it might be some type of wave-oriented game type, maybe. Kind of like zombies, but
yeah.
maybe it's survival, or not, so whatever it was from MW3 that they had.
Yeah, it was survival.
MW3 survival.
Yeah.
Survival.
Like, I feel like they'll have something like that.
They had that for
but-
Advanced Warfare too, but it wasn't very good,
Yeah. I feel
in
like
my opinion.
I feel like it's gonna be the World War II. The next one is gonna be a Treyarch, so I feel like they're going to either do World at War 2, or they're going to do a Black Ops 4. My personal opinion. I don't think they're gonna make anything new. I think they're just gonna go with something they already have going for them. And I'm more leaning on the World at War 2 because they're looking for all these old type of games now. And then after that, I really feel like Infinity Ward is going to go back to Ghost 2. They're really not having a good run with their CODs right now. Like, Ghost wasn't that bad, don't get me wrong, but as far as the community seeing that Call of Duty, it was like a negative feedback more than positive. But the campaign to it was really good. So I give them credit for that. The one thing that was negative about that game was the multiplayer. Everybody camped. It was the Call of Duty that everybody camped. It was so bad to play in, so fucking bad. And that's kind of what turned people away from it. Is everybody always got negative feedbacks for the multiplayer, and that's kind of what Call of Duty lives off of. After everybody plays the campaign once, everybody goes to multiplayer. So they have to have a good balance in multiplayer. So that's my my 3 guesses. That it's going to be World War II for Sledgehammer. For Treyarch, it's going to be either World at War 2 or Black Ops 4. And then Infinity Ward is going to do Ghost 2. So yeah, that's just my
Or an
thought about it.
Advanced too. I'd be fine with an Advanced too, as long as they keep the movement system.
Oh yeah, I would love if they do an Advanced Warfare 2 though. Honestly, would.
I'd get behind that.
But that's Sledgehammer. That's Sledgehammer. And Sledgehammer is about to make this World War 2. So.
But there'll be another couple of years before they bring another one.
World War II with exosuits.
Oh god. Hell no.
Secret German technology they just discovered.
I was gonna go there.
It would be that too. It would be that.
It's
There's
private
no other
bunker.
way.
They found a jetpack.
Yeah.
The Germans and the Japanese got together and fucking made a love child of exosuits and
turboed exosuits.
jetpacks.
Giant robots, laser guns.
Oh yeah.
World War II was lit.
You know what I would think would be fun in multiplayer? I just thought of this. If instead of having everybody has an exosuit, like they should make you like sort of earn it. You know, like in Titanfall. If anybody here played Titanfall 2, you have to earn your Titan. Instead of Titanfall 1, you get it after a certain amount of time. It's shortened by kills. Titanfall 2, that amount of time that you get it is significantly larger. So you actually have to work to get your Titan. You know what I mean? So what if they made it like sort of a kill streak? You know, a certain amount of kills, you get your exosuit.
Yeah, one
You
boost
have
jump, your next
such a
couple
big
kills.
fucking
For like
advantage.
for like the entire game though. I would say it'd probably work for like the entire game. You get it, but you don't have it right off. You have to get a certain amount of kills to earn your exosuit.
They just don't give
That'd be
attention.
interesting.
They're expensive.
Alright,
retard. Thank you, cunt.
Alright, so let's go to a new topic off of Call of Duty, since we've spoken on that already. This is just a general question. What is your favorite RPG? I'll just start off by saying mine. I feel like mine is Skyrim. Just hands down Skyrim. We'll get to that in a little bit, because that is actually going to be another topic. Anyways, what is you guys' favorite RPG and why?
Skyrim.
We'll just leave it at that.
There's Skyrim. Right? Like, that's
all we
you
gotta
just
say.
say no more. Say no more.
I have.
Hit up.
I'll have to say RPG is probably one of my favorite sort of genres, because if I have to say three of them, obviously Skyrim is one of them, but if I have to say three other than Skyrim, it would be like the new Witcher 3. If anybody played that,
Yes.
you know
Yes.
exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. That game went
Love
into
that shit.
depth with all of its shit, and it's gory as
no.
fuck. I also
Fuck no,
have
that shit got real.
I also have a dude. I have a montage of me doing all these glory kills and stuff, and fucking, it's really wicked badass. But I don't know if anybody played Dragon's Dogma much, but I love that
Yeah, I've
fucking
played it.
game too. It's wicked good. It's wicked good. In my opinion, I like it a lot. But then there's also the Dark Souls franchise. Like, holy
Oh,
shit.
God.
You can't go wrong with Dark Souls, man. I got sucked into
you
that.
can hate your life with
and
Dark
fucking-
Souls, but you can't go wrong with
Yeah, exactly. But
It's a fun
I got
line.
sucked into that, and I was like stuck. I was like, holy shit, this is my game.
My life.
I suck at it, but I love it. It's my love-hate child.
Yeah.
Alright, next
Well-
person.
Mine would have to be Skyrim. Definitely Skyrim's going to be up there, but my next top two would have to be Witcher. But also, I'm a big fan of the Fallout franchise. I really
yeah.
fell in love with Fallout 3. I had a lot of fun exploring the wastelands, being a fucking evil cunt. Blowing up fucking everything I can. I fucking loved it.
We were
man.
all evil cunts.
I was scared of the waste, man. I loved that shit. Fucking, you wanted a bottle of purified water, you got a bullet in your head, that's what you got. I'll take your dirty rags.
I'll take your dirty rags. Correct.
Yeah, that'd,
okay.
that'd have to be my answer.
Alright, so speaking of Skyrim, our next topic that we have for today is Elder Scrolls. For those of you who don't know, Elder Scrolls is the series of, well, I guess it's just Elder Scrolls game.
Sure.
Who makes it? Bethesda? Is it Bethesda?
Yeah, Bethesda, yeah.
Yeah, Bethesda makes the Elder Scrolls game. Skyrim was a Elder Scrolls game. Oblivion, like, I don't know.
Morrowind.
Skyrim's
Well-
number 5.
Is
When,
the fifth book.
Arena first, Daggers 4 second, Morrowind, Oblivion, then Skyrim.
There you go. And then the stupid online one.
Yeah, so...
Don't even bring that up. Don't even bring that up.
Yeah, oh, game mechanics killed me, man.
It is such shit. Such
Alright,
shit.
Zeros
so-
and ones are all in the wrong place.
Alright, so here's here's just a general question really quick. What do you think the next one is going to be?
Well, unfortunately, I think they're going to stick with the online tactic. I don't think they're going to bring out another, just a straight up campaign
This has
on one
been-
disc. I really
I
hope
feel
they
like
will do that. I'm
Alright,
hoping, but I feel like they're just gonna
speaking
stick with the online.
on alright, so maybe they make it online, but they do it as good as they did Skyrim. What do you think the next one is going to be? Like, what do you think the setting is going to be?
The setting.
Well,
I'm
the
not
setting's
actually
always been
100%.
the setting's always been the same. Morrowind's been the same. It's always just been a fantasy world with forests and all types of landscapes. I don't know whether they're going to go back and explore, because a lot of Morrowind was talked in Skyrim. A lot of the
I heard
a lot of the
from-
characters or yeah. So Ian.
Sorry.
What was
Jimmy.
that? It's
No,
Get it right. Now I'm confused.
I heard somewhere. What's the desert place that fucking the Great Warriors are from? The
Red Guard. They're from
yeah, the Red Guard. Yeah, the Great Desert that they're from. I heard
Hammerfell.
that's
They're
where
from
the
Ham-
next.
Hammerfell?
Is it Is it the desert of No, it's not Hammerfall. I can't remember, but they're in a desert environment, and I heard that's where they're gonna go next. They're gonna give it sort of a. Remember how, speaking of Fallout 3, it was sort of it was a desert. There was nothing there except for like broken down buildings. Well, I heard that
Barren.
the next one's gonna be a barren landscape with tons of broken. Because of a war, another civil war. They're probably gonna bring back another civil war because it's been in almost all of them, some sort of war in the background. Well, there's going to be broken debris, and it's almost going to be looking like our Middle East now.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they go back and revisit one of the previous lands, because if you look at it from a business perspective as well, it is already a big universe. Like, there's already like 7 or 8 different lands. There's 5 worlds that you've already traveled through to get to Skyrim. So the map of the universe is already so large for them. It'd be cool for them to invent, like, I'm sure they'll invent a new land and maybe some new creatures or a new race might come in. That'd be cool. But I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they go back and revisit one of the lands previously and just dive deeper into the depths already, instead of writing more onto something that's so elaborate that we all really don't know much about, man. Because like I said, like I've been gaming for years, and Morrowind was before my time. Like, the games before them, like, that's my older brother's age group. Like, so people who play Skyrim don't really know anything about the past. So I reckon the next game will probably go back into the past.
That's a good little theory there. What I've looked up over the years since Skyrim's been out is it's kind of been leaked a few times. Well, not leaked, but rumored that the next place is going to be either where the Khajiit are, which, for those of you who don't know what Khajiit is, it's the cat people. Yeah, cat people.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say before.
Or it's going to be the lizard people. I don't know their pronunciation. I don't even know what the fuck they're called.
Argonians.
The Gorgons, Gorgonians.
It's going to be one of those 2 places, is what I've been told. If it goes to either one of those places of those homelands, then I'm completely fine with it. Like, Skyrim is the homeland of the Nords. I feel like it'd be really interesting to see that. I believe the Khajiit live in a desert, which I think Morrowind was actually home to the Khajiit.
Yeah,
if I'm
the Khajiit.
not mistaken.
The Khajiit and the Redguard are in the same lands, due to lore.
The Morrowind is the land of the Dark Elves. I know that much.
Yeah. Oh, and then
that's where the fight is.
Where is the?
Because the Khajiit and the Khajiit and the Redguard completely hate each other. If you've ever listened to dialogue between a Redguard or a Khajiit character and the opposite race.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's where I started off by saying the Khajiit. That's what you hear a lot of the dialogue is them saying about their homeland. It comes up a lot in the game.
Oh, so much.
More than any other race. That's why I think the next one will possibly be there.
I would love to see Argonians land. I reckon they could do a lot of beautiful landscape with that. A lot of cinematic.
Oh yeah. Tons of tropical forests and swamps.
Yeah.
And more
cool creatures.
Underwater.
Beautiful.
More underwater.
Yeah, I really think they should go that way.
All right.
They're just so good at texturing games.
All right. So next topic under the topic of Elder Scrolls is Skyrim. So what are you guys' thoughts on Skyrim? Just a quick little briefing of it.
Oh, fucking best game ever.
The only sorry, Dills. We've both got so much to say about this topic.
Best game.
You go, bro. No, you go.
No,
I was
you
going to say quickly. No, you go.
You hang up.
Thank you, sir.
No, you hang up.
Well, the first thing I have to say is the the intro at the beginning.
I couldn't say it either.
Yeah, the intro at the beginning is far too long because it's a game that I love playing over and over again. And that's pretty much the only downfall I have on the game is that when I want to start it again, is that I know I can't skip. But let's face it, once it starts, it's playing on the background. You put the kettle on or something. You're hearing them talk. You hear the cart crackling down, going down. You're like, yeah, game on, bitches. So it kind of sucks you in at the end of it. But yeah, that.
No,
my
should
only
always
downfall.
think of home.
Where do you hail from? I swear, like I know the whole fucking intro off by heart.
But more safe.
Yeah,
But
that's
the great thing is that now that we have mods, we have like alternate start and all that stuff. You could be an Argonian farmer that lives in Solitude or something, somewhere.
Yeah.
And they just start you off there, and they give you a bunch of supplies. We could badass.
I can work with that. What were you gonna say, Brett?
I was just gonna say, fuck it. The amount of time I spent on that game is probably the game I've spent more on than any other game in my life. Hours of just fucking constant days and nights just playing and playing,
even in
leveling
real
up
life,
and exploring.
Even in real life, when it was at work, would find like for example, there was this flower that grows around here, and it looks exactly like a death bell. And one day I walked past it, like seen it, like took a photo of it and sent it to Dills. I'm like, one death bell added. And then that was it. That became the joke for like the next 2 months, man. I'd find like a beehive husk on the ground, take a photo of it, and be like, one beehive husk added. And you would find like a blue mountain flower, just take a photo of it. One blue mountain flower added. Just shit
but
like
it's
that.
like, if you think about it, like, if you go really deep into it, like, that's a beautiful fucking thing that they can, like, make you think of things like that. When you walk by and you see, like, a lilac. Like, I'm in New Hampshire, which is the lilac state. So, like, when I see lilacs, I'm thinking, that's a fucking death bell right there. And in Skyrim, I used to always, like, I'd get the house. I had the DLC so I could build the house, and I'd have a garden right there, and I'd actually do gardening because, like, I already completed everything, and I'm like, wow, I'm fucking gardening in a video game right now.
I did the exact same
And this
thing.
isn't Harvest Moon. This isn't Harvest Moon. Let's go. But yeah, it takes over your real life as well, and it's good that it can do that to you.
Yeah, no, Taylor, I do not want
so
sex. I have to harvest my death bells and then plant them again.
My death bells need tending to.
Lydia needs me right now, okay?
I love collecting all your armor. You're doing your mannequins.
Oh man. Alright, my personal opinion on the game, really quick though, is I do the same thing nearly every single time now. I've played the game so many times through that I've done every sort of thing as far as being a wizard, being a fucking dual-wielding orc, being everything. And I've come to learn that I like to play a certain way every time I start over. And I'm an achievement whore whenever it comes to Skyrim. Like, I achievement whore the shit out of it. I want to get as many achievements on that game as possible. And so doing all the long quests, typically they are rewarding with a achievement, and you're like, fuck yes, I wonder if anybody else has this. And that's a good thing about the Xbox One, is you can kind of compare achievements as well. But
yeah, for sure.
Like, whenever it comes to Skyrim, I play the same way. I go for the same, well, not the same, but just gamer score in general on that game. It's a magnificent game. It's beautiful. That's to say the least. Even without mod enhancements, like visual enhancements, anything like that, it's still a beautiful game. I still think it's funny how they had like the same voice characters for nearly every character.
Yeah,
That's the one. That's the one negative thing about it. But I guess you can kind of understand. You can kind of understand it, though, because it's home of the Nords, and all the Nords sound the same.
Yeah, there's a knee surgeon around doing very well, man, because there's a lot of guys that have taken a fucking arrow to the knee, I'll tell you that. There's an orthopedic surgeon.
Alright, so moving off the topic of Elder Scrolls, we are going to start a topic on Xbox consoles. So let's go ahead and just start with the Xbox One S. I currently do not have one. Have I thought about getting one? Yeah, kind of not. I am also doing a giveaway, and the description will be down below. Like, just read down below for details on that. But, anyways, I haven't really thought about getting one for myself, considering whenever I got an Xbox One, I got the 1 terabyte, so I've had plenty enough space, so I don't really need an Xbox One S. The only positive thing for the Xbox One S, I personally thought, was, isn't it better, like, it does something better? It does, like, a few things better, obviously.
Yeah,
The
that's
specs.
it. Yeah,
If you've looked at the specs on it, it's basically a PC on steroids compared to the actual Xbox right now. It's very powerful. What was it, like 4K fucking something? I don't know. I'm not a PC
It's
guy.
got 4K
so I
video,
don't really
but
know all that
it doesn't
stuff.
have it doesn't have 4K gaming yet.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
the
pretty
bad
sure
thing about Xbox though right now is that they're focusing a lot on TV and movies and stuff. They're basically becoming a cable company. It's kind of
Yeah.
scary
PlayStation
to think
do the
about.
stupid ass TV stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Scorpio, that's gonna be. I'll definitely buy that. I won't go out of my way to buy the 1S. And just like you said, Sean, I got the 1 terabyte. There's no need for it really at all. Like if this one breaks and I can't get it fixed, I will, because they're ridiculously cheap. Like half the amount I paid for my Xbox
but
One.
you know the thing about the Xbox One S is that I heard it's actually cheap. Like it's not.
It's
Like,
cheap as
uber
man.
expensive.
It's about as
Yeah.
cheap now as it
Of the
was.
Xbox One.
Yeah. It's like I think whenever they first came out with it, it was 300, and I'm sure it's dropped since then. It's probably about 250 right now.
Yeah, they're cheap as. So that'd be the only reason I bought one, is if my Xbox broke and I needed one. I'd just go out and buy that purely just how cheap it is. But when the Scorpio comes out, I'm definitely jumping on that.
It is kind of crazy to think about how old the Xbox One actually is.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty old now. It's like what, 4 years old now, something like that.
And that's old for tech in today's day and age. Like when you compare consoles to PCs or smartphones or tablets, they get updated constantly. They bring out new softwares. They bring out like the iPhone and the iPhone S. Like they always upgrade the current thing. But consoles, man, they'll build one 5 years later. They'll just bring out another one. They never develop them. And with the S and the Scorpio, it's the first time they're doing it.
360, they let that shit run on for like what, 7-8 years before
Yeah,
making a
that's-
new one.
yeah.
Like they honestly need it.
I remember
My personal
seeing
opinion, they should
all of-
really slow down on it, because what are they gonna move forward to past this 4K with the Xbox Scorpio? Like what the hell are they gonna move past that? Is there gonna be like an 8K, a 10K? Like holy shit, how many people
There's no
actually
need for it.
have? How many people actually have 4K TVs? Like they're going a little bit too far, and I can see why. Because everybody always wants the best thing out there. 4K is the best thing out there, and they're always competing with other consoles. But they need to think about how many people actually have 4K TVs. If it's gonna fuck with their TV, if they don't have a 4K, like they need to think about all possible outcomes.
Yeah, definitely.
Just trying to put bells and whistles on it to sell more when they don't need to do it. The Xbox One's perfect the way it is, and it's going to be it's going to work fine for the next couple of years. So they really start getting into more virtual reality or augmented reality.
Well, that's
fine
what
machine to
they're
run your
bringing out.
games.
That's what the Scorpio is mainly targeted for. The two major augmented reality and virtual reality companies are working with them, because now the process is actually fast enough to be able to work with it. So you can understand that from that point of view, but that's really the only reason. And like Sean said, where are you going to go past this? Like, they don't. 8 years. Look how good the 360 did for 8 years. It's a bit crazy bringing so much out. Bring the S out, then bringing the Scorpio out. Like,
I'm pretty sure the
unnecessary.
only next thing they could possibly do is maybe get crazy. Have you guys ever seen the movie called Gamer with whatever the hell his goddamn name is, with the guy from 300?
The guy from 300.
Yep.
Personal leaks.
Like they have gaming rooms, like a room that's nothing but screen and it's all motion detector. Like that's basically all they could do. That's as far as that they could actually possibly go. And do I doubt that they'll eventually get that? Get to that point? No. Like, I'm sure they will eventually get
of course,
there without a doubt.
easy.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, I feel like they should just take a step back and realize, hey, you have a lot of people on the Xbox One, and you still have people on 360. I'm not a big fan of what they did to the original Xbox. They cut the original Xbox off as soon as 360 came out. Like as far as online, but I feel like that is the best way to get people to start moving forward. Should they cut off 360 anytime soon within the next year? No. 2 years, honestly, I think they need to have like a warning that says, hey, we're shutting down servers or etc. after a certain given point.
Well,
they need to do that.
Yeah.
Sadly, they already have started. Well, not Microsoft, not Xbox. They haven't started cutting down their servers yet for 360, but with some games, I've been checking up on them because I still have my 360, of course. Not going to get rid of it because I still have games that aren't on the list yet for backwards compatibility. But some of their online features aren't available anymore because they're like, well, we're moving on to bigger and better things like Dark Souls 1. You can't really find there are servers that are open, but they're only private player bought servers. You can't join them unless you get a player approval, which you have to know the person, which kind of difficult because who wants to reach out just to grab a Dark Souls server? Really not that worth it.
Well, that's the game. That is shit. That's shit.
Yeah, well, I definitely agree where they should just stay with the consoles that they have now and work towards on this augmented reality and make that their next big thing.
No, quit pushing forward too much. Like, come out with a console that you have now. But after that point, you need to let things simmer for a little bit until, the next big thing comes out. Which I guarantee you next big thing is going to be something like some fucking room. So...
Yeah, augmented reality is the next big thing for Microsoft. Yeah. It's already been released. They've already got gave the demos goggles to developers a year ago. So if you had a ABN license, you could request these goggles. You had to pay for them. I was looking into it, like, I don't know how long ago was it? It was probably a year and a half ago, maybe probably 2 years ago now, when augmented reality first came out. And Microsoft weren't even going to develop them on their own. What they did is they built the technology for the glasses, and then they sold off all of them to gaming developers and gaming companies and got them to collaborate back to them with games and fixing it and tweaking it stuff. And if you look, I'm looking up on YouTube now on Microsoft's webpage, the augmented reality, it looks fucking amazing. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Sean, but yeah, it's mad. So, like, for example, you'd be building Minecraft on your kitchen table.
Oh shit,
that'd be fucking sweet.
Because it's just clear glass.
It's clear glass glasses you wear, and it puts like almost like a hologram in front of you.
So you're not.
And that's done.
DVD. Like
it's like, instead of virtual reality where it blocks you off from the outside world, you'll sit down in your lounge room, look up at a blank spot on your white wall. Well, you won't even have a TV in front of you. You just have the white wall, and you put your glasses on, and it will make a TV on the wall in front of you, instead of being like right in your face.
Okay. So moving off the topic of specifically just Xbox, we're going to move on to, I guess the next thing we should talk about is possibly Nintendo. So, growing up, I'm sure we've all played some of the Nintendo consoles. What is you guys' favorite console? Well, actually, okay, let's not move on to that question. What is your favorite game that you've played on the Nintendo, like, Nintendo games, like, Nintendo systems? What are your favorite games from there, and what is your favorite console from Nintendo, specifically?
I know mine and Dylan's answer here.
You get first.
You go, Dills. You tell the answer.
Nah, Pokemon Stadium on 64, dude.
Oh shit!
For a console, I fucking loved that game. The mini games in that were so much fun to do with all your friends, your family. Like my cousins, for example, go around to his house, get that going, and it was just such a fun time of getting everyone involved. It was one of the first games to really do it, and I really enjoyed that.
Mm.
But also Pokemon on the Game Boy as well was pretty much, I'm assuming, like iconic in everyone's life. Running around catching Pokemon Battle Royals.
My favorite Nintendo. I wasn't very big on the Nintendo scene because I was younger, so I didn't get to choose when I get to buy it. I could buy it now. I could buy the Switch right now, but I don't necessarily want to yet because of reasons. Fucking I used to have the GameCube. Best one ever. Best thing ever, honestly.
That was
I used
good
to
fun,
play
though.
I used to play all the Zelda games on it, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker. Those two were my favorite. But
Yeah.
I think going back playing when I had the DS, playing Super Mario Bros. Was probably one of my favorite times. One of my favorite ways of playing or whatever. My favorite game of playing on Nintendo. Because it was just, I'd take it everywhere. I'd take it to school and I'd play fucking Super Mario in school during class and get bad grades and all that. It was great.
As far as my favorite Nintendo console, I'm not very sure if I have a favorite. I know for a fact I enjoyed the hell out of the GameCube. The Mario Party on the GameCube was like where it was at. So much fun, such a good game. But also some of the
Super
random
Smash.
games. Yeah, Super Smash. What was it? Melee or Brawl? Was it Melee or Brawl?
Super Brawl.
Brawl.
Yeah. Super Smash Brawl.
I love Brawl.
Brawl. Yeah. Like that is the only console you're actually gonna find that on, and it's fucking amazing. So, I guess I'll go with GameCube. As far as
I'm
my
locking
favorite
in
Nintendo.
the
Lock it in, Eddie.
lock it in. I'm definitely gonna have to lock in the 64 probably. The 64 and
I
the
forgot
Game
about
Boy.
that.
Yeah, the gold,
Alright, no, I
golden
changed my
eye
mind,
on
I changed my
64.
mind.
GoldenEye.
Changed my mind.
Zelda,
64
GoldenEye was my
Ocarina of
shit.
Shit.
Ocarina of Time. Man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
that.
like
Played that
Yep.
so much.
I sit on that shit.
Throwing some
There's
chicken
also
around.
there's
Mario
also,
Kart.
like Sports X, which is like this snowboarding game.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
so
1080.
fucking fun, dude.
Like, it was like Snowboard 1080, whatever it was, on there as
1080
Yeah.
Avalanche. 1080 Avalanche.
well. Yeah. Yeah,
I
it was
think so.
Mario
There was like a
Racers.
bunch of characters, and like they all had like their own personalities, and they were all really like wicked cool. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really have brothers or
Totally
that
radical.
younger. Totally radical. Yeah, you get those kind of people.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That's fun.
definitely the 64. And
Do you ever do the
Well,
pod
see you guys
racing?
later.
Star
I'm
Wars?
gonna go out and buy a GameCube.
yeah.
Lock
The
myself away
Wii-
for a week.
The Wii's also,
Yeah.
like, I love the Wii and the Wii U. Like, they're
Mm.
probably like on par with the 64. You can plug the GameCube controllers straight into the top.
Oh, yep.
Not many people know
Mhm.
about it. They've got a little panel
I know.
pops up, and you can get most of the GameCube games on the Wii. It's another
That's
mad
awesome. I
thing
didn't
about them
know
that
about
not many
that.
people do. You can also, which I have on my Wii right now, well, I actually got on my Wii U, because when you buy your Wii U, you just put it next to your old Wii, and it transfers everything to your Wii U, and has a tablet, an icon that makes you go back to as if it was just your normal Wii, and then you can switch between your Wii and Wii U on the same console, which is fucking amazing. They didn't advertise that to anyone. But you can get like
This is the
straight-
best
all the
thing is that they didn't
I
advertise
know.
any of this shit.
Yeah, I got brought it home, man. It's like, do you have a Wii? And I'm like, yes. It's like, if you just both on the same connection, sitting next to each other, like, and sure enough, sure as shit, all my stuff went on there, all my old games, everything. And on the Nintendo store, it's got all the old stuff like Street Fighter, Golden Axe, and for an old gamer like me, I fucking love
Oh,
that.
dude, Golden Axe.
So like, yeah, I got
Yeah.
Golden Axe, Street Fighter, all the Street Fighters, all the Super Marios, Super Mario 1, Super Mario 2, Super Mario Brothers, all on my Wii U. So that's fucking, it's definitely up there.
Okay. Next topic. Nintendo Switch specifically. What is you guys' thoughts on it?
Well,
Mhm.
as you heard me just splurge then, I'm obviously a huge Nintendo fan, so I'm fucking keen as. But looking at the reviews, I'm not so satisfied anymore. I've seen a lot of pros and a lot of cons, but I'm gonna buy it. Let's face it. I'm gonna buy it. It's gonna happen. It's one of those things. Me and the missus connect a lot too with the old fucking Nintendo. She loves them, so it's definitely gonna be bought. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, I don't know what I really think of it yet. I definitely know when I get it though.
Okay. Anybody else's thoughts on it?
Yeah, I've definitely heard a lot about it. I think I'm going to buy it or its bigger brother, if they come out with a better Nintendo Switch. Like one that's a little bit more durable, because that's the durability thing. That's what I've heard mostly, is that it's like fucking glass. Like you can barely hold it without it fucking
flimsy
getting scratched or anything. But like, how the first iPhone has gotten up to, like, I'm holding the iPhone 6 in my hands right now. Nobody thought that this would happen except for Apple. So like, I'm hoping that the Nintendo Switch can actually jump up and sort of escalate to a better system, and then I will buy it. Then I will buy it. And if they don't during a certain amount of time, then I'll buy the Nintendo Switch. I don't care. I'll treat it like it's a baby if I have to.
One of those eggs in a school project.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
First day I get it, I'll fucking drop it when it's in the box. Come out and it's fucking shattered everywhere.
Don't even get to touch it in its complete form. Cold.
So bad. Okay.
What do you think, Dills?
I'm gonna have to view pretty much the same point. Like, it's got good potential to be something very good, but with the reviews it's had, I'm not satisfied that it's really going to be all it's cracked up to be.
We did watch something today interesting on it. Hey, it was fucking the charging point. Do you know how it stands up so you can play it portably? I don't know if you've seen the ads, like, you can stand your iPhone up when you get a case. The charging point for it is on the bottom. So if you have like one of those portable charging devices or anything, you can't physically charge it while it's up. So it has to be laying flat. It has to be laying flat to charge.
And also, it has no Bluetooth capabilities for headphones. So if you got Bluetooth headphones, you can't listen to it. Which is just
and we're not sure if there's an aux port for it for headphones either. So we're unsure if it comes with headphones.
Okay.
Which is just ludicrous.
What I've heard about it is basically kind of the same stuff you guys have heard about it. It breaks easily. Whenever it first came out, I don't know if they've changed it because I haven't bothered looking at it since. But the kind of charging case it came with, you had to kind of stand it up in it, and or you could lay the thing on its side, either or, and it would be laying straight down. But the thing that holds it and charges it, it's been scratching the screens, and that's one big negative thing about it. And another big negative thing about it is the controllers on the side. I honestly think the controllers on the side are completely fucking stupid. They shouldn't have done it. But there was a big thing going around for a while. I don't know if it's still something going on or everybody's realized it by now, but the controllers lock in place on that console. Like, so if you're pulling and you stop like at a certain point, it will lock in place, and then if you yank it any further without unlocking it, which people didn't even know how to unlock it, they'd be trying to pull it out because they think they got it stuck, they will destroy their console. So it's
engineering at its finest.
It's pretty bad out there for Nintendo Switch.
There's also I've heard things about how people like to plug and play. I'll plug and play with my controller for my Xbox and stuff. Like it's nice. It's nice. It's whatever. I'll plug and play with my phone, sort of. I'll be on my phone while it's charging. Well, Nintendo Switch is got this little problem that a lot of things go through. The overheating of the system is not a good thing, and it happens. You know, we had that whole what is it, the Galaxy S phone or whatever
Note 7.
exploding and shit. Well, that's been reported for happening for the Nintendo Switch, but you know, not as crazy as explosions go, but it's fucking nuts that stuff like that is still happening, because obviously people are gonna, you know, want to charge their game, and they're gonna want to fucking
Play at the same time.
play their game. Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like overheating problems shouldn't really be happening at this point in age, because we know how to get rid of them. And they obviously do have the budget to get rid of them.
Exactly.
Fucking Nintendo.
Okay.
I think that's something they wouldn't skip out on.
So something to briefly touch base on is Zelda Breath of the Wild. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Have you guys watched anything on it? Like, basically just what
I haven't watched it because I know that I'm going to want to play it instantly. So I did a little bit of research today, and everything I heard about it is amazing. And let's face it, any Zelda fan's going to say any Zelda game's good. Well, not to a certain point, you know, unless it's got bad mechanics, unless they introduce something new that's shit, then you'll hear about that. But I haven't heard anything majorly bad, so I'm hoping it's going to be good. Let's face it, that's the one thing Nintendo does get right is fucking Zelda. So I'm excited for it.
I'm very keen for it.
Yeah, I don't want to look at too many trailers because then I want to buy the console even more.
I heard it's got some really good environmental effects. Like if it's raining, it's actually harder for you to climb rocks. Or if there's a lightning storm and you have a metal weapon, you get damage to you.
Yes.
I think that's a really cool aspect to put into a game.
There we go, guys. Shut up. Shut up. I'm Gold.
Right.
Okay,
Jimmy?
so I was at
Right.
one thing about Zelda the Wildlands. Okay, I don't know if any of you have actually watched like a lot of gameplay. XO, I'm pretty sure you have. But I saw the funniest fucking video last night when I was in work. I laughed my fucking ass off. Everybody thought I was crazy. So everybody's here's watched SpongeBob, right? Like, we have some good fans of SpongeBob in here.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I love
Legends of Zelda, you have this rock. Legends of Zelda, there's these rocks that you can use for environmental transportation. You like hook onto it, and for some reason it like, I don't know how it does, I don't know how the physics work on it, but it just jumps from one area to another. And it had a little playback of the video of that SpongeBob episode where it was like, "It's a rock! Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles." Dude, I fucking died, dude. Oh my god.
Good shit.
The Krusty Krab, yay! Copyright.
Oh, good stuff.
Okay, if you want to take it to a new thing, then
Oh, no. I gotta get my thoughts on it. I'm gonna make this boy want to go out and buy it right now.
Oh, come on,
fuck
man.
your thoughts. Alright, so, I've actually watched a lot of stuff on Breath of the Wild. I've watched Noah J456 play on it, do a playthrough, and he's actually doing a lot of side... Yeah, shout out. But he's actually doing a lot of side stuff before actually finishing the game. And I gotta say, it's really a awesome game. There's a temperature beacon on there. Like, if you're too hot, you have to dress a certain way. If you're too cold, you have to dress a certain way. If you have a heated weapon, like if you have a fire weapon that provides us heat, if you have an ice weapon that provides us, cold, so on and so forth. Like, it's an amazing game. In general, you have special powers in there, which is like magnesis. You can obviously just create bombs. Like, it's all interesting how they have set up this Zelda, and it's a huge map. It's a huge map. A lot of exploring to do. Whenever you get all the exploring down, you think you have it all done. Hell no, you have all the side missions to start doing and whatnot.
Oh,
And I
stop
have
it.
yet to even see, I have yet to even see like the ending to it, and the story of it will honestly like tear jerk you. It is such a good and sad
Oh,
fucking
I can't
story
wait.
to it.
I think-
It's amazing. It's honestly amazing.
Fuck
I
yeah.
think that's kind of a cool
Um,
thing. The whole weather system, how it's like, you know how you go into an enemy boss and you like literally you stock yourself up. You know, you got the best armor and stuff.
Mhm.
But let's say this boss is in like a wicked hot area or like, you know, like a wicked hot area, and your armor just isn't cutting it. Like you're overheating, your stamina's running out lower, you're taking more damage. So you got to take that armor off, but then that also makes it like, you know, you've got the best armor, but you're not allowed to wear it. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of cool.
challenging.
Like you can't just go
It
into
is.
every situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you have the best armies, you're not always gonna be safe.
Mhm.
It is more strategy. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I like it's getting that survival touch to it. It's a interesting factor.
I have a good feeling he's gonna go out and buy that
Yeah,
you
know,
bastard.
yeah, you've gotten in his ear.
It's a pretty
fuck.
good game. I will say.
I
Like,
knew it was gonna be. It always is.
just FYI, you can actually buy it for your Wii U. You don't have to buy it for
Oh, you can?
Nintendo Switch. Yeah, you can buy it for your Wii U.
Oh
man.
my God, he's leaving the
He's
party
doing-
right
He's done.
now. He's
He's
like,
done.
"Fuck outta here."
Alright
Go
guys,
online
it's been
shopping.
fun. This is SLYCNT signing out.
But yeah, man, you can actually purchase it for your Wii U and play it all on your Wii U. I will tell you there is certain parts, and it's very rare in which you actually need it. But do you have a gamepad?
Yeah.
Okay. There will be like maybe like I want to say 4 or 5 shrines on that game that you'll actually have to use your pad. But besides that, you don't have to use your pad at all.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, you might want to go and get it today.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
All right, so
Alright.
let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. We have a few more topics to go. The next one is just a simple question, and this topic can be surpassed pretty fast. What is your favorite console of all time, and what is your favorite game for that console?
Your mom.
It's a
Calm
toughie,
down.
that one.
I guess I'll go first. My favorite game, my favorite console is probably Xbox One. Favorite game for it is probably Skyrim Remastered. There's
Good
just no
choice.
beating that there's no beating that monster of a game with the mod compatibility.
See, I convinced him to get it too. I was like, "Yeah, man, you should."
Yeah,
still
he
get
did.
Yeah,
And I was
I got
like,
that
I was like, I already have it for 360. I don't know if the mods are worth it. And then I got, let's see, I got Rainbow Six Siege,
GTA.
Skyrim Remastered, and Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5, all for $20 at GameStop. And I was like,
Oh,
what?
happy days.
Yeah, because of like, because I've been buying a lot since I've gotten my job. So I've gotten a lot of store credit, and they're just like, hey, you're bringing in like 12 games from 360. We'll give you 3 games for $20. Pick your choose. I'm like, okay, don't give me this choice.
hell yeah.
Rack your brain around it for hours.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't have a favorite console. I really don't. I really can't answer that question. If it was, oh shit.
All right, boys, hold him at gunpoint. Just hold him
Yeah.
down.
Gunpoint, probably Pokemon, man. Probably Pokemon on the Game Boy. Just for at the time of my life when I was playing games, how I'm like it was so like I don't know. It was my first real hook on gaming, or one of. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say Game Boy and Pokemon.
The Ridge.
Traitor.
Game Boy Color.
Oh, I was. Oh boy.
Yeah, man, I'm talking old school,
Oh.
bro. I'm talking old school.
Yeah.
Pokemon Red.
You mean the
Red
one
and
that
Blue,
you'd
dude.
have to fucking, like when you're in the car playing it, you have to wait for the fucking street lights to go by just to be able to
Yeah.
see your game.
Oh no, man, I tuned for that shit.
Hawkeyes.
Old folk born with different eyes. But yeah, fucking, that'd have to be mine.
I'd probably. Well, it'd have to be a tie probably between the Game Boy and the 360. Because the 360 was a mad time. One of the times where me and my brother had TV set up next to each other with two Xbox 360 set up next to each other. That's when I first started playing Skyrim.
Oh, they were the good days.
There was some great days. It's just
There's nothing
all
better
we do.
than side-by-side Skyrim. Like, it's good fun.
It is unreal.
That sounds
we'd
awesome,
even do-
actually.
Yeah, we'd even do the same
Yeah.
little missions, because before it came out online, so we'd we'd get
Just
two
sit next
TVs
to
next to
each
each other.
We played like that for months, man. We just dedicated our lives to Skyrim, wake up, play till we went to bed. So I'm probably gonna have to lock in the 360 at mad times.
Alright, mine, I've gotta say it's probably 360. And it's either one of two games. It's either Halo Reach, just because I've spent years playing on that game. That or Skyrim, without a doubt. I've put so much time on Skyrim, whether it be Xbox One or 360. I think I'm just gonna go with Skyrim in general. Xbox One or 360. It's such a good game. Like, you can spend
It
so
is.
much time on it, and even if you do beat in everything, you're gonna run onto something you never expected, like a fucking book that gives you a goddamn quest, and that quest might take you, 2
Maybe Daedric
hours
Lord.
in game. You never know. Yeah, to a fucking Daedric Lord. It might take you to fucking an Oblivion portal. You have no fucking clue.
Yeah, to get the coolest armor you've ever seen in your life. One of Dylan's games, one time Dylan found, what was it, the Daedric armor?
No,
It
no,
was
it's
so-
ebony
Oh,
armor.
Jesus.
Emerald
Ebony
plated
armor, and he would walk into a town, and this thing drained so much life, he couldn't wear it when he walked through a town, because it would just kill everyone in the town. Just by
It just
walking
had
through
black
the town,
poison
the
that
town
went off
died.
It glowed off me. It was fucking
was-
the best armor.
I've tried searching for it ever since, and we can't find it.
The patch just took it out of the game.
Oh man, it was some mad shit. It's good fun, yeah.
Alright, so we are down to our last actual topic before our question of the week. So our last topic is trending on Xbox One. So there is a lot of talk about Xbox One's trending. It's in the community feed. Like, there's positives and negatives to it, but today we're going to discuss both. It is kind of a big matter, especially for content creators, seeing a bunch of people easily make it on trending, with very little, work into it and whatnot. So yeah, it's kind of just an open conversation. So let's start with what is wrong with it. My personal opinion, I feel, like I said, there's people out there not even putting in work. They're simply making the simple things, like just screenshots of their GTA 5 character, or screenshots of them driving their GTA 5 car, or not screenshots, but videos. It's pretty similar every week that you just see the same shit. It's always GTA 5 and all these other games that people play just because it's, on trending. But yeah, that's my kind of thing. That's what's wrong with it. Too much similarity. There is no diversity. There's no actual content creators. Like, there's some content creators out there on Xbox that are actually doing decent for themselves. They've got the recognition they deserve. But I feel like Xbox needs a system in which everybody, if they see it's something worth looking at, that it should definitely be given a proper chance to prosper and actually spread around, more than just, oh, this person has made their best montage that they've ever made, or they've made their best video that they've ever made, and they don't get an audience for it, but they do everything correctly. They're just not on the trending list type of thing. But yeah, that's kind of just my thoughts on what's wrong with it. What do you guys think?
I'd have to agree there. It's wrong for people to get stuff up on there wrongly, like we were talking earlier about, not on this podcast, but on an earlier chat about people looping videos or spamming their own videos to try and get it on trending or try and get as many views as possible. And that's not what it's there for. Like it's there for gamers to share their game content. And yeah, it's frustrating to see ridiculous clips on there, and I don't even know how they get trending. It's a myth to me. Like you said, it'd be better for them to have a better system in place. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how it gets trending. But that'd be my biggest thing: is how does it even work?
Okay.
And the positive towards it, one positive. Oops, sorry.
No, you're
Jimmy.
good.
The positive towards it is that some of this stupid shit that you see that has nothing to do with game content at all on there is it's getting people, I suppose, on the Xbox and using the Xbox. And I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing, but maybe split them up too, because now the Xbox is becoming so much more than just gaming. Like it's a home entertainment
It's
system.
becoming
now.
a social.
It's a
well,
social.
as far as
yeah,
trending, it's a social. It's like another social network. They're bringing on things on here that are non-game related, and it's completely obnoxious. Like for example,
Yes.
I went to trending the other day, and there was nothing but a fucking. I think it was like an 8-minute video of a song on loop, and it was an obnoxious song. But it was of two girls, and these are animated girls, both dressed the same and just fucking shaking their ass the whole entire time. Like, how the hell is that game related? Like,
Exactly
Nothing
right.
to do with game
how the
at
fuck
all.
is that game related?
Yeah, and it's good that they're using the Xbox and being creative, whatever. Everyone's got their own idea of whatever creative is. So if they think that's creative and they want to do that, all go ahead for it. But maybe they need to introduce, like you said, a different way of addressing it. Maybe have two, like a gamers page for that, like where, you know, if it's not
social.
game related, a social one, a social feed, and then a gamer feed. You know, like for you to show your screenshots of your best kill streak or of your fastest track time or things like that, things that are actually game related. So then you can separate the two, because at the moment the social is just taking over it.
Because when it comes down to it, it is a gaming console. That's the whole reason it was built, is for gaming.
Exactly right.
So it's a little
And-
silly that it's just taking over with just
Yes.
social media craze.
Yeah, when Xbox first came out with the very first Xbox, it was very indie, I suppose is the word you'll call it. Like a lot of people were already on PlayStation, I was, and all my mates. And for you to go to Xbox, it was like a PC turning to gaming. You know, like only true gamers played with Xbox. If you wanted to incorporate your home entertainment system or watch a Blu-ray, you went out and bought a PlayStation. Xbox was meant for gaming. So if trending should be gaming clips.
I agree.
That's,
100%. 100%. Jimmy, you had a.
yeah, sorry, dude,
Yeah,
that was.
it's-
I'm a bit rude.
No, it's good. I think. Yeah, fuck you guys. I think everybody has their own things that they like to post, and I do think, I'm not gay, so girls shaking their ass is kind of okay with me, but like, not on Xbox. Like, come on, like, give us.
Yeah.
Because then
Pornhub
that
for
not
that.
only reflects on them, that reflects on us serious gamers. Like we're Viral Clan, we don't want to be known as, well, they're gamers, and that might mean that they might shake their ass for us on Twitch or something to get more viewers, because we're not going to do that. I mean, I might, but we're
I can't speak for the whole clan.
yeah, us as sort of an organization, we're not going to, a team, we're not going to do that. We're going to be taking games seriously. We get into a casual match of Halo, and it's like everybody's laid back, XO, you talk about sometimes how you lay on the other side of the room where you're not like up,
Sweating.
sitting. Yeah, you're not sweating in front of the TV. You're just laying back, eating chips, whatever. But like if we're in some kind of comp, or if we're really just trying to practice and sweat practice as much as we can, we're being serious. We're giving good call outs, we're creating great teamwork as long as we can all talk to each other, which some people just don't have a mic. I understand. Blah blah blah. But I don't know. Some of the spam videos kind of dumb. I spam screenshots from like The Witcher 3 with like no HUD, and because it's a gorgeous game sometimes in most places.
Absolutely beautiful
Other times
scenery.
it's like a rainy mess and all that. But I'll only post it to like the Awesome Screenshots Club for Xbox. I'm not gonna
you
post it
in the
anywhere
right
else.
place.
Yeah.
Bro, it's relevant.
And
that's what
for
should
my
be relevant.
montage, the one I was talking about earlier, my bloody fucking montage for it, I posted that to the Witcher 3 fan club, which is, I'd say, the right place. I mean, if they don't want to see a big gory mess of people getting obliterated, then I'll get a message saying they don't want that, and I won't post it there. I'll post it in the fucking, wherever they want it.
Yeah, that's it.
But I don't know.
But yeah, as far as this trending stuff, I honestly think there's some multiple things that they could possibly do to it besides just leave it alone like they are right now. They're kind of just letting the trending do itself, and they're letting all the wrong trending things end. Like, yeah, okay, people's creativity might be just limited to GTA 5 screenshots. Okay, like let's as a whole not show too much attention to the fucking the trend that's going on momentarily, which is all the same stuff. I don't see how people find that entertaining after seeing it so many times before. Like, okay, I'm glad you've caught on to the trend. Now be creative and make something. Like, do something different.
original.
Go out and actually play something. Like, hell, I'd much rather see something in a game that is like broken or funny more than just a typical GTA 5 screenshot of somebody or two people in a fucking screenshot saying, "Oh, I love him." Like, come on. We're trying to play a fucking game. We're trying to watch gaming clips, some funny shit, some stupid shit. Oh, this person's good at this game. I want to see how they're doing. Not, oh, these two people are like doing the air thrusting on GTA 5. Like, what the fuck? I'm not trying to watch this shit. Like, come on, let's be creative.
I don't want to have to filter through
Change some stuff. Yeah, change things up a little bit. Like, if things are
Keep it
gonna
interesting.
continue to stick as the trend as they are nowadays, they honestly should put a little attention towards this trending thing. Like, honestly, I think they need to have some supervisors in this trending. If they see something that's inappropriate to post, such as that video that we were talking about just a minute ago with these girls twerking, and it's repeated, and it's on loop, and it's just fucking stupid. And that might just be me as a person hating on it. I honestly don't think it deserves the the fucking attention it's getting.
Not being
But,
biased or anything.
But that is
I'd have to
obviously
agree with you there.
shouldn't be on. It shouldn't be on fucking Xbox. Like, hands down, it just should not be on Xbox. Let's keep this game related. That was on no game that I've ever fucking seen before. Let's keep things game related and actually play some video games. Not sit here and bring your social experiments onto Xbox.
Yep, that's it. That's the fucking in a nutshell.
Nail on the head. Nail on the fucking head.
So, long story short, with trending, be creative. Don't follow the leader. Just be creative.
Keep
Eventually
it
things will
game
work.
related. Be creative.
Don't
keep
jump
game
off a
related.
bridge if your friend does it.
No.
Unless he gives you $5.
Okay. All right. So every week we're gonna come out with a question of the week, or just a question for the podcast. We don't know how many times we're going to be doing a podcast per month, like that type of thing. If you guys want to see more podcasts, be sure to let us know. But our question for today's podcast is, how much gaming is too much per week? And that question was from yours truly, one of these two motherfuckers in the party. I forgot who it was. What is it, you guys?
Which cunt is it though?
That is
That
next
is
week's
never
question.
All right. So, how much gaming is too much per week? I gotta say, just hands down, there's no limit. Like, I play. Fuck you.
My answer is there isn't enough hours to fill with gaming in the week.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Mm.
nice. It's a nice little twist on it.
What about you, Dill?
Okay.
How can you lead after one like that? I'm gonna have to go with fucking about 34.6 hours a week. Any more, your head gets
Wow.
blurry.
Wow,
He's been
real
throwing that-
exact there, buddy.
He's been throwing around
Yeah,
all day at work, dude.
I
He's
had to
been
do some
getting the
number
calculator
crunches.
out.
Took me a while. I see. I forgot to carry the one the first time I did it, and that just threw me off.
You
But
fucked
no,
it
I'm
up.
good
Carry the
now.
one. He didn't carry the one.
Oh, Lord. All right, Chippy, what do you think?
Too much gaming is kind of like I don't know. None. I don't think there is too much gaming, really. I thought
Till it
about it for a
hurts.
second, then I was like, nah, there's no, there's not enough.
If
Like,
you're a
there
true
honestly
gamer,
isn't enough.
if you're a true
I have
gamer,
to go
your
to work
response
and
is
stuff,
gaming.
and-
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the response. It's just gaming. Fuck you.
I like that.
It's lifestyle.
I like that.
you know?
I like that. It is the answer.
Can I change mine?
36.4 hours a week. I don't know, man. I'm going for kind of like 36.7, really, but
Oh, real?
each
That's
his own.
pushing it, man.
Well, you do not want to know
Poor
what my
eyeballs.
calculator's showing.
I'm hardcore.
You're going to be quite... You knew, didn't you? Is that what you got the first time?
Show me you're working.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right. So, if you guys have any questions that you would like on this podcast, just topics, questions, things in general that you would like us to discuss, please put them down in the comments below. We'll always pay attention to those. So if it's game related, please put it down below. If you want to know a little bit more about it and you don't know anything about it, put it down below and we'll research it for you and we'll talk about it on the podcast for you. But besides that, if you want to see more podcasts, which this is by far something completely different for our channel, but I feel like we should do something for people that maybe are sitting around, they're playing their games and whatnot, and they want to hear people talking about, gaming discussions and whatnot. People can sit back and have that playing and, playing their game, or people are at work and they're listening. And, podcasts are for many different reasons, and so therefore we're going to create a couple, and hopefully you guys start to enjoy them. But if you would like to see more, then please let us know in the comments below, or just simply like the video, and we'll continue putting things out. Also, please do us a favor and share this around a little bit, so we can get the word of our podcast around
Hard class.
That's all of us. That's
That
all
sounds
of us.
It is, I think we've all fucked up during this podcast. It is 9:57 in the morning. I'm running off of 2 hours of sleep, so it
I just
is
got
how
out
it
of a
is. We
12-hour
woke.
shift, so
Yeah, we're all a little bit drowsy momentarily, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, again, let us know. And without further ado, you guys have a good one. Go game. Go have yourselves a good day.
Peace
Fuck
out. Farewell.